All right, welcome. Thursday night hots, Icecrown Citadel Raiders versus the Baddest Dudes. Welcome, welcome. I'm here with my co-caster LxTRex, and we just came out of the lobby. So T-Rex, say hi and tell us what we came out with maps.
Hey, Eldion, I'm happy to be here, and just had a very pleasant coin toss between the two captains here. It seems like they know each other at least a little bit, and they were joking around, so good vibes all around. Good luck, shout out, and just to let you know what bans we have going on, we are not going to Towers of Doom or Alterac Pass, banned out by the Baddest Dudes, and ICC Raiders have banned out Cursed Hollow and D-Shire, which leaves Baddest Dudes to pick Volskaya as our first map to go to.
Absolutely. It's interesting, the very, very nice playful banter between the two of them already. They've played each other, obviously, before in the regular season, so I suspect in chat we'll see some them being a bit witty and talking to each other as the game launches here. Hopefully, we're looking just for one more here, and then we'll start talking about drafts. And please, in chat, let us know if you run into any audio issues, if you need us louder, softer. We're here for you, so we'll adjust accordingly.
Yeah, please don't suffer through while we either blast your earballs or you can't hear anything we're saying. So we're getting a little better about it as the days go on, but we still know that there's a little bit of improvement to be had. So do let us know.
Absolutely. And it looks like that last member just joined the lobby, so we're gonna get some ready checks going. T-Rex, first ban. You got to make the prediction in advance. Obviously, I know it's Diablo is going to get banned first, but what is your view?
My view is that Volskaya is not necessarily the best Diablo map. You know, the objective has some walls, but not a lot. It can make it difficult for him to really get value off his charge. I'm going to just guess Sonya because she is so overtuned right now, at least in my opinion. I'm sure people can either agree or disagree with me. But I'm going to go with Sonya. That's going to be my guess.
Got it. So you've taken a rational, thoughtful approach to this as not opposed to just getting rid of the giant red guy. I see.
I have taken a rational, thoughtful approach to this, yes, but I appreciate you and your commitment to the Diablo.
Diablo always gets banned. And I can already see in chat, if you see the stinger, I do apologize. It is a little loud, and obviously it's completely T-Rex's fault. It goes without saying. Please, you can blame him. If you
for anybody who doesn't know, this is all on Eldion's computer, but do send all of your complaints to me. It's obviously my fault. Nothing. All the praise is to Eldion. All the mistakes are to me. 100%. Absolutely.
If you guess the ban right, I give you credit.
You give me credit. You know, that's a tall order for you.
Hopefully we'll get started shortly. Everybody's in the game. I think we're just doing some last-minute ready checks.
Yeah, I know this is, if I'm not mistaken, the Div E East semifinals game. So I think they really want to have a little chat about what their plans are, what they want to do for this map, what they want to try to pick for each team. So hopefully we should start soon.
And I will apologize in advance, as we had talked about. We're still getting everything kind of up and sorted. So if if some of your chat messages don't go through, blame our moderation settings, which naturally were set up by T-Rex. So again, that will be on him.
Yeah, I would be curious how to set Nightbot to let you send all caps messages, because those are very exciting. I do appreciate the hype in the chat. So sorry, Whisper, for the Nightbot being a little overzealous on their moderation there.
Absolutely.
Got some Baddest Dudes hype in the chat, but it looks like we are about to get going on this draft. The teams are ready, and we're going to load right in here.
Absolutely.
So, Eldion, you said Diablo ban. I said Sonya ban. Chat, what do you think? What do you think of bans here? What else might we see? Let us know what you think.
Well, as always, first ban, Diablo, and then we go from there.
I think Nightbot really does not like these all caps messages. I wonder if we can make a change to that very quickly, if we have a moment. Sorry, chat.
Yeah, sorry.
We do appreciate the hype. The teams appreciate the hype, This is an exciting game. It is the semifinals of Divi East and a Chromie ban. We were both wrong.
I get it. I can't say I'm not disappointed that it wasn't Diablo, but a hugely natural ban, real powerful kind of caster right out of the gate there.
Yeah, you can't fault anybody for taking Chromie first. She's just so strong. And if I remember correctly, it was the Baddest Dudes who took Chromie and just dominated their last game. There's the Sonya ban.
All right, well done. Nice call on that.
Thank you. Chat, please please note that I was correct, and Eldion so far has not been. So just 1 point for me. See, we need to get to those polls in chat so we can start voting about who's right, who's wrong, and who deserves to maybe be muted for a few minutes.
That's T-Rex's really nice way of saying please follow us so we can hit our numbers to get polls going. Be incredibly grateful. I've come to see as looking in chat here that the moderation is easily dumbfounded by throwing capital letters now in various places. And we see a Gazlo ban. I think not surprising. Really strong off lane. The turrets are tough to make through when you're holding a point.
Garrosh. He's a good tank. He's very strong, but I don't necessarily see him as an early ban unless that's targeted. So that might be something we don't know about.
Yeah. It's nice to not have such huge scouting in advance because you have to rationalize all these bans, not knowing that an enemy tank plays Garrosh 99% of the time or something.
Right. I think the last game we did, there was a Varian ban immediately every time.
Every round, yep.
Mei, great first pick. I love
Strong.
Mei. She can control a point really well. You can't see the team names.
Oh, you can't see the team names. That is... Thank you for telling us. We'll get it sorted momentarily.
Diablo, Tychus, really strong 1-2.
I'm gonna hide this for a moment here, and then we'll get you sorted.
We're not sure. It's just to let chat know, the left side is the ICC Raiders in the blue trunks, and the right side in the red is the Baddest Dudes. Sorry that the soothsayer, the little background stuff with OBS is not working right now.
We'll get it up and running for the game.
Cassia and Diva coming in on the side of ICC Raiders.
Strong
really
blinds.
Strong blinds, great pick. Gonna make Tychus's job really difficult.
Oh, I like that Stukov ban. Just a really strong healer in the meta right now.
Absolutely. And when Diablo dives in, the worst thing imaginable is being in a Stukov silence. There's nothing worse.
I'd rather look. I like seeing a Stukov because it's fun to see a hero get pushed to the other side of the map. But it's I get it. And the Baddest Dudes taking a Bright Wing, Jaina. I think it's a nice round out of their comp.
Yeah. Diablo stuns somebody, Jaina jump dumps all of her damage on top of them. Really great. Really great. Let's see what they round out the draft with, the ICC Raiders.
I feel like I could see they have a lot of options here. I'd like to see an Anduin, but that's just because I'm partial. Maybe they're going to go an Uther.
Maybe. Ooh, Lucio. And an Orphea.
Great skin on both of them, but truly a great skin on Lucio.
I love them.
Yeah. Well, it's not. I don't want to say it's how I think about who should win the first game. Obviously, the second game I'm rooting for the underdog, but I think game one is often like who's got the right mount skin combinations.
I mean, absolutely. Just Skinergy in general is really Rexar to round it out. You don't often see a Rexar on Volskaya. Not that he's bad here, but usually you see him for Dragonshire or Abraxas, where he can kind of Misha can hold a point while he farms. So I'm interested to see what they do with that.
Absolutely.
Those are the drafts. Let us know in chat what you think about these two drafts. Who you think might win? Eldion, who do you think? Who do you think has the edge here?
I take a very simple approach, which is which team has more Warcraft heroes. That's my Blizzard foray. So at the moment it's Baddest Dudes, but I'm easily swayed.
Well, I'm going to take a more technical approach because I don't know who is a Warcraft hero quite as well, even though I grew up playing these games. I'm a little scared of the ICC Raiders draft here. I mean, they don't have that good of lockdown, but Cassia outputs a lot of damage, Orpheal outputs a lot of damage, and May can really just keep her backline alive and give them a lot of space. So,
all right. Hopefully we should give you games popping up right now. I'm hoping that it looks like those icons are working again. T-Rex, why don't you run us down who's playing what, and we'll get this moderation settings a bit better so that we can all, build that hype.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the blue shorts, ICC Raiders, Xerxes on the Cassia, Azriel on the Lucio, Spark Z on the Diva, Sir Alan 001 on Orphea, and Mr. Papercut on May. And then over in the red, Baddest Dudes, Demon Grand on Tychus, Savior 123 on Jaina, Madkezzer on Brightwing, TG Durlock on Rexar, and QJ Morris on the Diablo to round it out.
Okay, and hopefully I'm gonna have you cast here for a moment here. We're gonna get rid of some of that moderation.
Well, already there's teams, they're really fighting. Lucio's going really far down, and he's going to go down, but Tychus might go down too. He might not be able to get out here.
43 HP he gets out with. Very, very nice there.
Really impressive. Really, really impressive. Nice first blood for the Baddest.
See,
the wave is clear.
And Rexar's down already. Diva's actively following. Looks like the rest are going to swap up and start clearing waves up top. You know, we've seen Baddest Dudes play on this map before, and they go for that elite support camp a lot. So I'll be curious to see if they're able to sneak it this round or what happens.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a really good point. I remember them doing that as well. And sometimes it almost seemed a little risky, and they were able to get away with it. Let's see if the Raiders let them do that.
We're going to pull down this talent tree for a bit. We'll pull it back up as talents are chosen, but just to give everyone a nice full view there.
And we see the Baddest Dudes already heading over to their camp. They want to start that immediately.
May's going to try and just poke on Jaina a little bit. She'll be fine. But again, the Baddest Dudes are already going to have their camp done. It looks like ICR is going to go now, but
they'll be a little bit behind on that, which it adds up over time. That might mean the difference between Baddest Dudes having 2 turrets to 1, but we will see.
Absolutely. Oh, are they going to try and invade here?
They looks like they're going.
I think they're about to invade here.
The two members of ICCR is up top. They can't really do anything, and they get a free second turret, essentially.
Nice
really
job
well
there.
done.
Absolutely.
That's the whole team going in for an invade. That's 2 to 1. Not much that the Raiders could do about that. Lucio gets caught by the Diablo, but he's able to skate right on out of there with his quickness.
And we see Baddest Dude just a slight lead on level here. They will have 5 before ICR and get a little team fight.
But Diablo is able to keep the zone up and just kind of give Baddest Dudes more advantage on the rotation.
They're both playing a nice zoning game here. Ooh, Diablo's going to try to sneak in from the back.
I think he was looking to try to get a wall slam there, but he didn't quite have the angle.
And Lucio's got the speed. It's tough to be able to get that quickly and have them not escape him. Here we go, see Baddest Dudes taking that elite camp.
Yeah, they are on top of it, and it does not look like ICCR is in a position to contest that.
Nope, ICR will get their own camp as well. You'll see probably that the Baddest Dudes are now going to cover theirs, but healing potion, 2 turrets, both will have camps, and this is going to be an interesting first kind of point cover.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and frankly, Baddest Dudes are half a level ahead already. That's going to add up over time. Let's see if the ICC Raiders can equalize it out.
And they're all kind of staying up here, but you notice that Diva's coming to join the party mid, so Rexar is not. So we'll see if there's a 5v4 action somewhere.
Yeah, and we see Baddest Dudes hopping on that point. They want to start their channel. They've got their level 7 talents, so they're the ones who want to take the fight here. They have the advantage.
Oh, looks like they're going to start. Diablo's going in, but there's a Brightwing Polymorph. They're working on Orphea. Again, great mobility on ICR.
Right, it's like you said, it's so hard, but May is taking a lot of damage. She might go down here, and she does.
She's in trouble. Orphea is too.
Orphea as well. Lucio is able to get out with his speed, but that's a 2-0 for the Baddest Dudes.
And they're already at 60% on that point. I think they're going to just have to. I think ICR will have to give up on the first one here.
I think so. They can't even really walk forward against it now.
Really nice zoning by Diablo there.
Absolutely. He's doing a great job. Very well done. Jaina's up top. She knows that she's not even needed on the point right now, and she's just trying to catch Soap and save that wall. And all right, first objective.
And taking another turret now. They'll have 3 turrets, I think, out at this juncture here.
3 turrets, 1 heal camp, and they haven't had to use any of them, but they need somebody to come back to get them. It looks like Diablo knows that.
Yeah.
He's coming back to get it. While Rexar and Jaina in the Protector head top, we see that for those who don't know. Yeah, for those who don't know in chat, this objective is somewhat bad. It doesn't do that much for you, so ultimately you want to take it and use it to set yourself up for the next objective. The next objective is going to be top, so they're taking the turret, they're taking the fountain, and then just going to get whatever else they can.
They are able to, they're able to knock it down. There's a turret. I don't know if we're going to see a team fight here. It looks like everybody's pulling back a little bit.
Yeah, I think that was maybe more a little safety turret of like, we want to leave and we don't want you to follow us.
But hey, got a turret down, got a tower, and they just hit 10. So why don't you walk us through heroic choices here?
All right, Tychus has not quite picked yet, but Jaina with the Water Elemental, Brightwing with Blink Heal, Rexar with Unleash the Boars, Diablo with Apocalypse, and when Tychus, there it is with the Commander Odin for that siege damage.
I think not too many surprises there across the board.
No.
We'll see how they can use APOC and some of that damage there to see if they can get a nice team fight early.
Right, they still have the 10 advantage right now, so they're looking for a fight. You see them pushing up against this tower. All 5 of them are sitting in mid right now.
Yeah, and you'll have Diva who there's 10s as well on ICR.
Yeah, that was what Diva was looking for. She was trying to get them the 10s so that they can actually contest. May, I'm going to let you know, May took Ice Wall, Orphea with the Eternal Beast.
There's the APOC on Lucio.
Immediately drops. Really well done. That combo is devastating.
The Ice Wall Orphea drops. There's a bunch of ults there quick.
For other ults, Lucio took High 5 really strong right now. Cassia with Ball Lightning just to get more damage, and Diva with Bunny Hop. And again, like we said, they are going for this heal camp on cooldown. Is ICCR going to contest?
Looks like they're going to poke a little bit, but Diva's all the way at the other side of the map. It's really hard to do without her.
Yeah,
I think they've come into a math problem. They have too many items, not enough heroes to carry them.
There it is. Diablo's able to. I think Chad is looking for talents.
They are up. Can you not see them? Chad, tell me if you can't see talents. They should be here.
And just letting chat know that we like to keep these streams a little bit PG here.
They saw Brightwing out of position. Cassia took advantage there.
Really well done on the job of ICCR. They need to get a few picks, get whatever advantage they can.
KC is saying there, so talents are up, so I appreciate that. I thought they were. And you see ICR is going to try and steal a camp here.
That seems very aggressive, but
there's
looks like
an Ice Wall.
Out.
Nice use there.
Right. I really like it.
The turret's down. Here's an APOC.
APOC right onto Lucio, and he just cannot survive that combo, but Tychus goes down.
Absolutely.
Cassia goes down as well.
There's a turret on the ground there as well to pick up. Good use of the healing hot.
I think Diva got it, but May is in a bad spot right now. She's surrounded by enemy team, and she cannot get out. She's going to go down as well. That is 3-1 in favor of Baddest dudes, and they are just pushing their advantage.
Absolutely. And of course, the point is up. Let's remember this, that they're going to start this now, and hopefully get a 12, 15-second advantage on that.
Yeah. And, I have to say from that last team fight, I really like the Raiders looking for something. They were trying for something, and it didn't quite pan out, but I like to see them making plays, because they're going to need to sort of catch back up a little bit.
Absolutely.
And look at the bottom of the map. Diva is just pushing. All 5 members are top here, and Diva is getting a fort for free.
Well done, Diva.
She dropped her turret there, and she's just getting it for free. Really, really impressive map awareness. I love it.
What do you need an objective for if you have a Diva? And it does look like she is going to slowly come back. Maybe there will be a team fight, but really nice job. That fort is definitely in trouble there.
almost gone, but now that they have 13s, D.Va's coming up, they want to contest, have a 5v5 fight, see if they can win here.
Yeah. There's the Odin.
Odin pop, Ice Wall goes out, freezing the Odin.
Bunny hop. Wow.
Just all of the ults.
Every ult. There's the Apocalypse. By the way, now there's a mech on the field.
Yeah.
Rexar jumps in alone.
Probably just to save his life. I didn't quite see his health bar. Cassia goes down. D.Va's mech gets dropped. Lucio with the speed boost.
Yeah, really nice job by Lucio there to kind of get them all to safety. Baddest Dudez, though, is just walking with this mech. Jaina gets in on the other side, so we'll see how much damage they're going to try and knock out here.
Yeah, the fact that they got a kill here means that they can push. Usually UCP teams go bottomed, again, to try to prep for your third protector, for third objective. But I think they're saying, hey, we can maybe push this peak wall and get some damage here.
Absolutely. I mean, they're not even focusing on the heroes right now. Just let's say we want to get this keep.
Yeah. I'd love to see, there it is, Mei try to go past the protector and try to get a kill on somebody else. Tychus with that dash is able to get out of the
Eternal Feast
Blizzard and the Eternal Feast.
And now they're calling it. The mech is going to be out.
Jaina's a little far forward. It's a little scary for her, but the peels from the rest of the team.
Yeah, nice use on Rexar there to just kind of create some space between them.
Are they going to go for this heal camp again right now?
At some point, you'd have to think they're just out of items.
I think they've started to use them. They only have one. They only have one turret now. They've been using them very well to their advantage because they have been.
And ICR is going for us. They were nice job taking the siege camp, and now they're going to be able to grab the healer.
I really like to see it. They know that the enemy team is on the other side of the map and that they have the time to do this.
Nice
Somebody has to
there.
pick up the heal camp though. There it is. Okay.
Rexar is pulling a D.Va here as he's just sitting down there alone, just trying to just wail on that fort.
Yeah, he's trying to maybe equalize the pressure a little bit against. Next objective is the end bot.
He drops the Ice Wall, an Eternal Feast. Tychus is able to dash out of the way. And Rexar's come up to join the party here. I think we'll see D.Va continue that push on her own. Yeah, she's. It's funny that we haven't seen much 1v1. It feels like they're kind of trading places of being alone in bot lane. Absolutely. ICR going to grab another turret, but there is going to be an invade here. Baddest Dudes coming in, seeing if they can fight them. They have 16s, and ICCR knows it. They don't want this fight right now. And we'll throw those 16 talents up for those who want to see them. And that's another steal. We're seeing a lot of camp stealing back and forth in attempts, so. Yeah, just pointing out that Jaina did take armor reduction on her Cone of Cold. That's going to make it really hard for Mei to defend there. This is going to be a full siege. All 5 team members from Baddest Dudes are just pushing into this fort here. Let's see what ICCR wants to do. Ice Wall goes out, but misses. See a bunny hop. There's the Eternal Feast. Eternal Feast. Jaina is in a really bad spot. She goes down. Brightwing drops his turret. Tychus drops his. Lots of turrets on the ground here. ICR stuck between 2 of them at the moment. Quite the mess of a team fight, but very much so in the advantage of ICC Raiders. That is exactly what they needed. They got a Diablo kill. He doesn't have souls anymore. They got the Jaina, and now they're going to push in and try to equalize on these fort walls here. Nice use on that fort there, and it looks like they're hunting down Orphea a little bit. I don't think. Oh, there's the polymorph. She's going to get her, unfortunately. ICR would not unfortunately not able to get out to her in time. Yeah, a little overextended, and Baddest Dude said, "You can't be here. We're not allowing that." I think we see both teams now retreating to their corners for a minute. Baddest Dudes will take the fort or the siege on their side, and I think we'll see ICR try and push the top. Maybe this will turn into another fight. Oh, look at that! They're gonna wait on the camp. They don't want to get it yet until the point pops. Nice job. Nice. I really like to see that. You don't see that much at the lower levels. I know our team didn't do it very often, and that's really great. Now that camp is going to push during objective. Baddest Dude's going for their turret, and we'll see if ICR is going to go down or if they're just going to say, hey, we should maybe focus on this fort for a bit. It does look like they're going to go up and clear and give first channel. Yeah, and they'll grab siege, I'm sure, while they're up there. No real contest down here, but obviously at siege they'll try and do it that way. The Baddest Dudes see the enemy team up at top, so I'd like to see them push a little bit here. I think they're going to just say we're going to knock out this fort right now. Yeah. And Whisper, apologies in chat for T-Rex keeping banning you there. I keep telling him not to, and sorry that his moderation setup is just doing this to you.
I did no such thing. I heavily apologize. It is Nightbot spam with those caps.
ICR does take the elite for the healing potion. They will get another turret. I don't know if they're going to have enough time to get down to bottom to contest. I suspect it'll be close in the 90s here.
This is going to be tough because even if they can take this back, which they are, Baddest Dudes is giving it for right now.
Nice
they
job.
Still can't lose.
Yeah.
They can't ever give it up. All right. Control flips.
Hey, you're in this calm before the storm when this giant team fight will break out here. I suspect we'll see an ice wall shortly. Turret is down. There's the ice wall. There's the APOC. A water elemental's been popped. Every ult on the table right now. There's Eternal Feast on Jaina. Gets her there.
Good job on the side of ICCR getting the first kill there.
Really
taking control of the area.
And they're pushing hard.
Misha's gonna go down. Poor little bear, but they are not gonna let Diablo walk away from this. Ball lightning goes out. That's a lot of damage on
Diablo is down. The polymorph knocks D.Va out of her mech, but they're chasing. Tychus goes down. D.Va's gonna be in trouble by a tower. Ooh, nice job by Lucio's speed to get her out there.
Very well done. I'd love to see them push onto this keep wall a little bit. They have 3 down, but it seems like they're just going to back up and get their channel.
Absolutely.
This puts them up in experience, which is the first time this whole game. I think this is a really good position for ICCR. Let's see what they do with it.
You see ICR having to go mid, then you need to clear that wave that's just kind of hitting on them a bit. The Siege was able to do some damage up top on the fort, but you know we'll see where they're going to choose to press their advantage here.
Right, and at 20 minutes, you kind of have to say, like, look, objective is more important than this front fort right now.
And it looks like they're starting to choose their 20 talents, so T-Rex, please, walk us through some selections here.
Yeah, Lucio's taking the upgrading high 5, mixing fire, infinite ball lightning from Cassia, better bunny hop, stop and pop from D.Va, Eldritch Conduit from Orphea, and Flash Freeze, upgraded No, that's her instant freeze if she takes fatal damage from May.
And they have a mech now. They have an advantage in level. Baddest Dudes just at their 20s. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah. The front wall drops immediately, unsurprisingly.
And all 5 of them picked their talents within moments. They knew this fight was coming. There's the ice wall.
Lucio goes down. Losing your healer this early is not good. I think they might need to back up here.
Yeah. We saw the Odin. Misha's fighting a turret on her own, but it's tough to do those team fights when you have, your two in the mech.
Oh, and Diablo is able to grab the May.
Absolutely pops the APOC. She is going to get out, though.
May is so slippery. She has so much health, so much survivability. She didn't even have to pop her Flash Freeze. But with this Odin, it's going to be really hard for them to get full value out of this Protector. This is what I'm talking about, Chad. The Protector is ultimately not that good. I mean, if you get it to stand on structures, that's great, but it's hard to do much with it.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes team fighting tough. Diablo's Soul's popped again, so a lot of health for them to get through.
Yeah.
Okay.
7
seconds on that mech. They can't do anything with it, unfortunately. You saw Jaina already popped out of it.
And I'm going to have to say just a really, really good job. Really, really good job from the Baddest Dudes even though they got this objective, they defended really well. They still have their keeps up.
The Baddest Dude's going to take the support camp again.
Both teams look like they're going to pick up their turret.
Yep, we have Siege up on ICR.
Basically, both teams are saying, let's go get all of our stuff.
Bit of a soft reset for a moment before we re-engage in the fray.
And we know this, but obviously the enemy teams don't. Everybody has all of their ults coming up. So in this next team fight, neither keep are down, no keeps are down, so I can't say that next team fight will decide the game, but it very well may swing the map in whichever winner's favor.
Nice job by Jaina there to be able to get that camp. It'll provide some much-needed defense for the fort up there. It looks like ICR is going to go top, try and knock out that building, and Baddest Dudes is going bottom here.
They just need to get more pressure. Because, I mean, structure-wise, they're only down by 1, and this top fort is pretty low. But Baddest Dudes know that they don't want it to go down. They don't want that catapult pressure coming down.
APOC's popped.
The unstoppable from the Lucio is going to keep Orphea alive, but she can't quite get out fast enough. Really
Ball
well
lightning
done.
going crazy there. Misha and Rex are backing forth on it.
Misha and Rexar needs to separate that Misha. But the ICCR has lost 2 members and they need to get out.
Absolutely,
But
and
May might
May is
not be
in
able
trouble.
to.
Pops the
Flash
unstoppable,
freeze.
but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Diablo
I
is
don't think
zoning
it's gonna
real
be
well
enough.
here, and there's the polymorph.
It honestly looked like May said, I'm going to go in the other direction and make sure my other teammates get out.
So where are we seeing the Baddest dudes here? Clearly they're going to make a decision, say we're all going to push top. Probably try and finish up that keep, maybe even go for core. Their minions are not going to help them because they've got a siege camp from ICR on the other side here that's kind of pushed out.
But you know what? They're level 22. Diablo can just walk on core and
I
tank it
think
for
so.
them. This might be game that we see the Odin go out. We see a heal camp come down.
Cassie and Diva running back quickly here. Shield is down.
Diablo zoning really well.
Absolutely. With a turret, a water elemental, a Misha, there's an army going on over here. Eternal Feast is out just by the Orphea who's just spawned. They're working on Odin, but it's not enough.
It is not enough, and we
Down
see
2-0.
this first game go over to the side of Baddest dudes. Really well played. Really, really well
Absolutely.
played. They were dominant. I'd say a little bit dominant for a lot of the map. ICCR almost looked like they were able to make a comeback, and we're gonna stage a comeback. But Baddest dudes were not letting go. They wanted it.
Well done. Really nice fight there. You know, that was I think you played to your point exactly, that the mech only could do so much, and as you're getting later and later in the map, you really just need to say we've got our 20s, let's take it and push, and that's what they did.
Yeah, they did it really well. And why don't we look at some of these stats coming out, see who had damage, who had some seed, who had the best experience and such. Let's see what we got.
You know, it's interesting. It's no surprise on Diva and Rexar leading the experience charge. That Brightwing with 84,000 healing is just impressive.
Oh God.
You know, when you have to just heal Diablo in that massive health pool, I guess that number doesn't ever stop going up.
Yeah, I love to see a Brightwing Diablo combo for that exact reason. A full So's Diablo has, what, 7,000 health at level 20, something like that. So those Z's really make a big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll hopefully get some notifications soon on where Map 2 is going to be for us. And let's look at these talents as well. I know we didn't see much within the 20s there, but just make sure everybody can see what was ultimately chosen.
Yeah, and I mean, like, just looking, nothing too surprising. You don't often see stop and pop from Diva. I usually feel like you see a Blade of Armor there, just because 60% spell damage armor is insane. I love seeing Ball Lightning instead of the Valkyrie. It's a really fun ult, especially against the Rexar.
Yeah, absolutely. You have the Infinity just waiting there for you. It is a fun ult.
Right?
I mean, think about this map. We had a Misha, we had a water elemental, we have a mech. There's just a lot with turrets. There's just a lot of moving pieces on a map like with this hero comp.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And Lucio and Orphea are really mobile. Diva's really mobile. May is slippery. So
absolutely, and I think they capitalize well with the Apox there to get them just out of position and really try and make sure that they couldn't use their escapes.
Yeah, I have to give it to QJ Morris on the Diablo. They just really effective zoning, really effective pushes and overpowers, and really made it difficult for the Raiders to do what they wanted to do.
And Chad is asking, Uther, I do not believe Uther was banned.
No, and I can go through those bans. The Raiders banned Chromie, Gazlo, and Malfurion, and the Baddest dudes banned Sonya, Garrosh, and Stukov.
I find it interesting there wasn't a Falstead ban. We've been seeing a lot of that lately.
Right? I mean, even without W, which is broken, for those who don't know, W is literally bugged and not available to be played in NGS. Auto-attackable Falstad is scary. Yeah. It's really scary. But maybe there was scouting and there's just no real strong Falstad player. Maybe we'll see it next match.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, and it looks like Map 2 was chosen. We're going to Tomb of the Spider Queen.
I'm gonna try to find out who picked this map.
Yeah, we're gonna drop you over here for a moment. Let's.
Tomb of the Spider Queen, really, really interesting one. Tends to be a map that goes long. You can really delay the objective for a long time if you have good poke and good zoning. So I'm interested to see what these teams do. Do you? Yeah, one of your favorites?
You know, it's got a good aesthetic theme. Kind of, it's got a little bit of the Egyptian side. With the, it's a great map. It's a great map.
Yeah, and it looks like the Raiders chose map pick and decided to take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen, which means that Baddest Dudes are going to have first pick this time. So what do you think we're going to see here? Do you think we're going to see different bands? Do you think we're going to see maybe some different heroes chosen because of the map?
I still think we're going to see a Chromie ban. I think it was probably targeted in some way. It's a weird map for kind of rotations. It's a weird map for offlaning.
It's very close together.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I always love to see a Nazebo play. Not that I think he'll be banned, but I have my fingers crossed, and I'm optimistic here.
This is a good map for him. Those two lanes are so close together. You can get 28 stacks a minute for him.
If I'm the Raiders, maybe I'm thinking, hey, I want to try and throw their tank off balance or their hero off balance. Maybe we throw out a Diablo ban, and not just because I, had that bet going and I don't want to lose. Maybe we see a Brightwing ban.
I will say this is a much better, not to say that Volskaya is a bad map for Diablo, as Baddest Dudes just showed us, but this is a scary map for Diablo. It's really hard to turn in when you know that you might just get smashed against one of those walls.
Absolutely.
You see Fujin in chat commenting on how she hates this map as an offlaner. Yeah, the enemy comes down and it's not a long rotation to say, you know what, you've got 30 gems. We're just going to pop them out of you real quick and go back to what we were doing.
Absolutely.
Never fun. Never fun. And I mean, it's bound to happen from time to time. The rotations are so short.
I think the other thing I always think about, I like maps with bosses. And not to say that Volskaya's support is not a boss, but not really a boss, and I think that creates such a different dynamic sometimes. So we'll see how that plays in here.
Yeah, it forces you to really think about it. Whereas like Volskaya is kind of a map that you can end in any lane, and not to say that you can't end in any lane on Tomb, but you really want to prioritize top so that when you get an advantage, you can go take boss and hopefully take another structure, take keep, or maybe core, depending on how late the game is.
Absolutely. And it looks like we're just getting some ready checks here, so we should be getting started shortly.
Yeah, let us know in chat if you think we might see other different bans or what you saw. Maybe let us know who you think MVP of that last game is and maybe deserves a target ban this time. But we're loading right in and we're going to get right to this draft.
Absolutely.
And so you're saying you're sticking with your Diablo ban first?
Always, and I will apologize. You will notice that we do not have the teams up in the center there. I think something is messing with OBS, but we do have Icecrown Citadel Raiders as the blue team, the Baddest Dudes as the red team.
And again, I know it's all on Eldion's computer, but please direct your criticism at me, T-Rex, praise onto Eldion. That's how our dynamic works. It's very, very a complicated relationship.
I provided the computer. I just think it was only fair.
It is fair. It is fair.
All right, Demon Grand's ban here. Let's see it.
I mean, they were the one who took the Diablo, so they might not ban it here. I think they're going to look to take it again. Garrosh.
Okay.
That has to be targeted, right?
I would think so. Twice in a row, 2 different maps.
And not to say that Garrosh is a bad ban, but it's a very specific one that I think they've got to have a good Garrosh player.
There's the Chromie ban again. I think combination of both target and just such a strong hero on nearly so many, if not all, maps.
Yeah, if anybody on the other team can play Chromie, you kind of can't let them have it. It's horrifying. This is a bad map for it, or a great map for her too, because the turn-in areas, you drop a slowing stance, and it's a lot of small chokes. Even just the rotations are really tight chokes everywhere.
And there's a Gazlo ban again. I think that makes sense. It's tough to turn in gems when turrets keep firing at you.
Right. Gazlo was banned by the Raiders last time, and this time we see it from the Baddest Dude, so a little bit of switching going on.
I love when teams ban similar heroes, and they kind of swap back and forth, because it kind of just shows you that everybody is kind of scared of certain heroes from individual teams, and such, I think, ability for everybody to play a lot of these different heroes. There's the Sonya ban again.
Yep. So Sonya and Gazlo bans were swapped, but otherwise the Garrosh and the Chromie bans were the same from last game. And let's see what this first pick is. I feel like Diablo is a scary first pick just because it leaves so many percent damage. Yeah, it leaves so much percent damage open. And honestly, Brightwing on the enemy team against a Diablo is horrifying because it's there. Yeah. Love to see it.
Well, if with the ability to turn an enemy unit into a sheep or a pig, that is a terrifying proposition.
Right? Especially when you're Diablo and you're like, well, now I can't press any of my buttons. This is bad.
Let us know in chat who you're rooting for. I'm personally going to be rooting for ICR. I want this to go to a Game 3. I want to force all of you to have to listen to us for a bit longer, but let us know who you're thinking, please.
Yeah, and I think that Tychus and May is a great tank, and I think the Tychus is coming out specifically to say, if you pick Diablo, we already have Tychus. If you can't do it.
Yeah, and I see people in chat on full screen. We're running this through an ultra-wide monitor, so that's why you have those bars at the top, but it kind of gives you a different bit of a zoom and some more visibility on the left and right, so just wanted everyone to be aware of why you're seeing it that way.
Yes, yeah, it's not that you're missing from the top, it's that you're actually seeing a lot more on the sides. Fun fact, for anybody who didn't know it, you literally see more in-game. You have more vision if you have an ultra-wide monitor. It's crazy. I feel like it's cheating, but that's just me. Joanna and Cassia picked up the double blind combo. Really like it.
Absolutely.
Who's this next band going to be?
Urel. Gotta be honest. 90-ish heroes, didn't see that one coming. Don't know if I've seen a Urel band before.
Urel is really, really strong and powerful, but she's hard to play. You don't see her that often in Diddy. She's kind
hard
of
to kill.
Exactly, but, and I can say this from personal experience, if you don't know what you're doing, as I very much so sometimes don't with Urel, you die immediately, and it's not a fun time.
And Stukov banned again.
Yeah, Stukov, Garrosh were both banned by Baddest Dudes both games now. What do we see next here? What healer do you think is going to come out?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I like the Jaina pick. I think we've got this nice watery elemental theme going on between the May and the Jaina. They are playing blue. I was an Uther. I thought it was a Thrall for 3 seconds there, but
that was a really
skin.
Interesting skin. I also thought it was a Thrall. Solo heals Uther. That's a little. I mean, I like it. I like it. May has a lot of survivability, so she doesn't exactly need to have quite as much heals as maybe a Brightwing or a Malfurion or a Stukov. So.
And it is interesting though that that kind of front line there. I think Uther could be the only true melee hero in on the team so far.
You're actually right. You are absolutely right. Junkrat and Leoric on the Baddest Dudes to round out their comp. Junkrat's a cool hero. He's a fun hero on this map, and people who are good with those mines are devastating. You secure so many kills.
Fly over walls. You can do a lot there.
Taco, this is map number 2. Game 1 went to Baddest Dudes. And a Blaze to finish that. That's got to be an offlane Blaze, right?
I would think.
I wouldn't see May going there.
It is an interesting one. Chat, let us know who you think has the stronger draft here.
Yeah, let us know in chat. Eldion, what do you think? I mean, I know you're rooting for Baddest Dudes.
Dudes, for what it's worth, is on red there on the right. I am rooting for the Raiders because I want this to go to Game 3.
Yeah, I will say the same. We always want to force you guys to listen to us talk more, and also it's more fun to go to a Game 3. It's exciting. This is the semifinals. Really want to see it. As for draft, though, I don't know if I really give it to one person or the other. The Uther, May, Jaina, Blaze combo is a little scary, but also Junkrat booping people back to you. Cassia maybe with a Valkyrie is scary.
Yeah. It's a very interesting comps, and my normal approach of picking a draft is who's got more Warcraft heroes, and if I'm being honest, both teams have kind of gone with this StarCraft, Diablo kind of style build here, so I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah,
so walk us through teams one more time if you don't mind.
All right, on the blue side, the ICC Raiders, Xerxes on the Tychus, Sparks on the Blaze, Azrael on the Uther, Sir Alan on the Jaina, Mr. Papercut on the May. And then the red side, Baddest Dudes, Demon Grand on the Cassia, Savior 123 on Junkrat, Madcazer on Brightwing, Durlock on the Leo, and Morris rounding it out on Joanna. Taking that Hold Your Ground Iron Skin upgrade. Let's see what we've got here.
Absolutely. They, really, both teams are just are waiting for waves. We're not really seeing a lot of poking here.
The Junkrat's going to throw a mine in that bush and make it a dangerous place to stay.
Absolutely. But Jaina's Blizzard with the May, they can clear that so fast. And they're already moving on.
Yeah, Wave Prio goes to ICC Raiders and they get to rotate first.
Yeah. So Blaze and Lyric will do battle down below.
Leo going for Assign Renewal. I really like that talent when you're only in one lane.
Yeah. And now we're really at May just saying, you know what, I'm just going to target the Steel Trap now anyway.
Yeah, I mean, she's the one to pop it for them, just to make it a little safer to rotate.
Look at this wave clear. They are just pushing ahead. Both teams just hit 2.
Between Jaina and Tychus, and the Blizzard from, both Blizzards.
Yeah.
From Jaina and May.
And it looks like Brightwing is ready to start the camp over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very early. Usually you see people try to push the camp out to give them space to turn in. But I like it. Let's see how it plays out for Baddest Dudes.
Yeah, we got a little bit of mixed action here, a little bit of pushing in the center here. You've got Tychus and Jaina are going to try and sneak the siege there, while Brightwing is doing their bruisers, which they've just got.
So one camp going over to the neutral camp going over to ICCR. Oh, but Leo might be in a bad spot. He gets
able to get out, but
that
nice
was a
job
block.
Yeah.
Good
I like
job
ICR going
them.
for the siege quickly. They'll get their bruisers as well, but that siege is anybody's game.
Right, and now it forces Leo to have to deal with that and deal with Blaze down here. Yeah. While Raiders just kind of get to clear this bruiser more or less for free.
Hey, it's really hard to stop Blizzard, a Cone of Cold.
Right. Looks like Go ahead.
They're looking like May was alone for a moment there. ICR is coming back, but again, she's so slippery. It's just really. I'll be curious to see if we see any one-off kills or if it's just going to be straight team fighting.
Yeah, that is the question. I think from ICCR with May's going to try to combo, follow up with an Uther stun, and Jaina and just dump damage on people. Whereas I think from the other side, they want the fights to go a little bit longer with the Cassia and the Brightwing and the Junkrat.
Absolutely, they are picking on Cassia a bit.
Yeah,
but I think she will get out there okay.
And I'm looking at gem counts here. It's 40 to 41, if I can do math correctly. So right about even.
You did major in math in college, if I recall correctly, or at one point.
Just briefly before I switched back to theater. Very briefly.
I like the strategy of the Baddest Dudes of, hey, we're passing the altar, we may as well start turning in.
Yeah, and it makes yourself a little safer. It makes dying, if you do go down, it's not as big of a deal. Because that's the big thing here.
Is the polymorph on May there? Are they going to try? Ooh, they were almost able to, I think.
Almost. She's able to walk out, but she's got 19 gems now. That's a scary thing to walk around with.
And I see that the ICR has 49 gems in their corner here. If I'm doing math correctly, I think that means they need one more. There it is.
And but Baddest Dudes has turn in. They need to get all of them in, but ICCR has a lot of interrupt. I don't think they're going to be able to turn in here. They need to create more space, and this is what I'm talking about. ICCR took their bruisers and now has the space to find a turn in for themselves.
Absolutely.
Stun goes out on the Cassia.
Cassie's pushing on May a bit. Again, I think she's a little slippery. She is able to escape, but level 7. Both hit as well, so let's show some talents again. We'll see if this is going to be the cause for a team fight.
Team's just kind of poking at each other right now, though. Leo coming up to try to help clear these bruisers. At least he got the mage minion down, which is kind of the big deal.
Just a lot of poking there.
May is going to try to turn in. Is she going to be able to sneak these 19 gems in with Baddest Dudes right there? She is.
But again, you know, there's 35 left to. Uh-oh.
Joanna's able to pop her unstoppable, but she's getting really, really low. Brightwing with the Z to save her.
They are very strong heroes. They have a lot of traits that are helping them. They're going to work on Junkrat.
But again, Junkrat's very slippery, and that looks like Red was able to get it in. Brightwing at the bottom altar.
Absolutely. And it looks like Cassia still has not picked her level 7 talent yet.
Wonder if she's waiting to think about it.
Yeah.
Maybe asking her team.
I mean, they have the advantage right now with Spiders coming. Looks like maybe they're all going to stay top and say we want to push this out.
Yeah, and this is what Eldion and I were kind of talking about earlier. Boss is in top lane, so if you can get any advantage in top lane, then you have more room for Boss to push forward.
They're working on Mei. They've got Joanna warding here.
That Junkrat mine is going to push her back out, but she has too much health. They can't
It's able
quite.
to tap there, yeah. First tower is down.
That wave of death hit the Mei.
Look at Tychus, how fast he can just burn that spider, though.
Yeah, not too much value in top. They got a turret down. They got the gate down. The middle one's gone, and it looks like bottom did a little bit. They got the wall down, but Leo's gonna wraith walk on out of there.
And let's remember, of course, that ICR does have the gems they need to trade in, so they're gonna see how quick they can sneak this.
Yeah, but if you look at the numbers, Baddest Dudes are only 10 behind in their next one.
Joanna obviously knew it was coming. She tried to stop them, but Mei is able to push her off.
Is Leo able to stop the turn in?
Oh,
not
split
quite.
second, unfortunately.
Yeah,
and
not
ICR
quite.
does pop it.
And let's see if they can get a little more value here. Blaze is on this bottom camp too. Are they going to just try to push in bottom here?
I would think so. 10s are popped on the Baddest Dudes. Walk us through those talent choices, please.
Sure. We have a Junkrat taking Riptire, Brightwing taking Blink Heal, Leo taking Entomb, Joanna with a Blessed Shield, and Cassia with that Ball Lightning. You know, I would have liked to see Valkyrie just to give you a little more engage, but Ball Lightning deals a lot of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And Baddest Dudes is just saying we're going to clear down this bottom one for a bit. As ICR is pushing mid, maybe we're going to see an engage here. Blaze is waiting.
Wow, very well timed unstoppable by Joanna.
And a
Blessed
great wave
Shield
of
goes
death.
out.
Yeah. Odin's popped. 10s for ICR. Walk us through those as well if you don't mind.
Yeah, Mei is going to take Avalanche this time instead of Snowball, instead of Ice Wall. Jaina with the Ring of Frost for more CC instead of Welly. Uther, Divine Shield, 3-second unstoppable, invulnerable. Blaze with the bunker, and Tychus with Commander Odin.
And if you saw that Cassia, well done. She saw the Ring of Frost was coming, so she has to double back to keep inside of it. Brightwing able to get up there for a heal. Uh-oh. Blaze is trapped, and he just, look at that, he pops his bunker. Nice job.
Really, really well done with the Avalanche there to push the other team out of the way, but Blaze might still go down.
He is down, and I think Joe is being picked on. There's a Ball Lightning out for a minute.
Can Mei get out alive here? I'm not sure. She pops her unstoppable to give her a little bit more health, but I think this is going to be lights out for Mei.
And look at
that
those
is
gems.
A lot of gems. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a really, really big win.
And
for
Baddest
the
Dudes
Baddest
has
Dudes.
the turn and they're going to basically just say, let's send Spiders once more as those gems dissipate.
Yeah, they don't even, you know, sometimes...
Blessed Shield on the Junkrat, they hit. I'm sorry, on the
with
Tychus.
With the mine to pull him out.
Well
Tychus
done.
goes down. They don't have Tychus to help defend. That is a lot of their damage.
Absolutely.
This
He's got a full
might-
level now.
This might be a problem on the side of ICCR. Baddest Dudes really taking control of this map, taking control of this game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, see, we're going to maybe just get some defense here. They really don't want to lose this fort. I suspect we'll see the
No.
Moonwell gone. The Spider is already hitting it.
Moonwell goes down. Spider's still at half health, while they Cassia can just sit here and poke and fuse from the back.
Yeah.
And all the while, this spider in top lane is just walking forward and making
Absolutely.
those little baby spiders.
You see that ICR is going to go to deal with it, but that's a nice little army there.
And then if you look at bot 2, Leo's getting this fort.
ICR does
Blaze
clear
can't
that spider quickly, but the fort does fall at the bottom. And I think Baddest Dudes is going to finish this one, or at least they're going to try. They've got a Junkrat mine one or two, saying if you're coming, we're going to at least boop you back a bit. Well done.
Yeah, and a really, yeah, I absolutely agree. Really good job of knowing that they need to go top to deal with the rest of the objective and just staying instead of trying to go up with that one and push with that one too.
And let's not forget for a moment, Baddest Dude's 46 of 60 gems for another turn-in for ICR's 22.
And it looks like they're going to try to take top here as well, but
ICR does get their camps. They will get some pushback in mid. There's a
the
snowball
cannon comes out, but it just kind of misses.
Yeah.
Hate to see that.
Bit
Really
tough
nice
there.
try, though. Really nice try by May.
Yeah. And they will just retreat a bit, not take this fight just yet.
They don't have 13s yet. They want to wait for 13s. But Blaze is going to get CC'd, but he has so much.
So much health.
That's the interesting thing about ICCR's draft here. May has a dash. Blaze has a dash. Even Tychus has a short dash.
Absolutely.
Uther has a big Q stun to stop people. He's stunned.
Baddest Dudes is taking their siege. You'll notice 13 talents for ICR. They are going to try and pick on Leo, but again, everybody's got such great mobility. ICR is going to try and take the siege. Baddest Dudes does know that they're doing this, though. I'll be curious if they contest or if Leo just is going to say, I'm going to back off here.
I don't think they can quite come in and contest here. There's 3 of them down there. Brightwing is coming in with a teleport, though, so maybe. I think it's a little bit late for contesting, but...
Yeah, they'll just clear that. Everybody's slowly making their way down here as well. And notice that on a gem count, Baddest Dudes is at 60, so they are done.
And they have their bruiser camp pushing in mid, so they have that space. Eventually, ICCR is going to have to back and stop deal with it. But Joanna already popped her unstoppable, does not have a lot of health left.
She will. I think she will survive. Ooh, a stun on the Leo. I don't know if this is going to be enough. He's trying to get out, but
I don't think he has Wraith Walk left.
Yeah.
He has to walk back to avoid the Ring of Frost, and he goes down. He drops, it looks like 12 gems.
Nice use of that Ring of Frost there.
Really well done. Just to zone. It didn't even need to hit him, but he had to back up. And now ICCR backs up to clear this bruiser camp, and because they got a kill, they have the space to do that without worrying about turn-in.
And they are getting dangerously close to having 55 gems. You'll notice that Baddest Dudes did lose a bit of their gem count with that death, so they're not at that 60 number anymore. So we are close again in terms of when we'll see the next spiders here.
We have somebody in chat calling out Demon Grand for those Q stacks, saying he better get to 120. What is he at?
41.
41. That's a tall order. 120.
That's
a lot.
Yeah. Maybe
That's
over the
lot.
course of 2 games. Or nice stun there on Leo, but again, so much HP.
Leo with the Wraith Lock gonna walk in. It looks like he is Wraith Lock build, so he's looking to use that to.
But they were able to slow him down there.
Yeah, so he's trying to use it to lower their damage. For those who don't know, level 13 Ominous Wraith Lock increases duration by 100%, and those people who come in contact with it deal less damage for 50% less damage for 4 seconds, which is great. But I think he put himself in a precarious position just to try to do that.
Baddest Dudes knows that they are doing a turn in here. They're just trying to stop a little bit. They're 3 shy.
Nay is going to come in with those last 3.
She is trying, but Baddest Dudes does have their 16 talents. Ring of Frost is popped on the Leo. He goes down fast.
He got blown up right there. Really well
They're working on that. They're working on the Joanna. They're working on the Junkrat. May's behind them all. Maybe we'll see another snowball here. 2 seconds on that ult.
Bouncing around. Blaze with the bunker drop to keep himself alive, but he did not have a lot of health when he comes out of it. Blaze goes down.
As does the Junkrat, caught in that snowball and just dead as a result of it. And Baddest Dudes did get the spiders while this was going on.
Yeah, so this for ICCR, they cannot keep fighting. They need to start dealing with objective, which it looks like they are doing. They've cleared mid. They're going to go top and try to save their fort.
Absolutely.
They have time in bottom before it gets anywhere near them.
They've got their 16 talents now, so they're in the same talent tier. They need to stall for Blaze to come back, but this is... We'll see if Baddest Dudes is going to try and pick a team fight where they, if they can.
Yeah. I think now's the time. They're behind a half a level. Oh no, May Harthing. No, she's too slippery. She's able to get away. It was a little scary for a second.
Do you think we see a lot of Baddest Dudes top because they might try and sneak a boss in some way? As soon as the spider pops here, they're going to look to finish this fort.
Possibly. They definitely want to finish this fort. because now they have all 3 of their forts to none of them, and that gives them catapult pressure in every single lane.
Leo pops his ult. Unfortunate, couldn't catch anyone there.
But, you know, that's a 60-second cooldown. Worth throwing out if you think you can grab somebody.
Absolutely. Nice use on ICR, knowing that they're going to try and take a camp. Then they'll get turn in, see if they can build a bit of an army wave, and try and even up on these forts here.
I'm sorry, that Entomb is a 50-second cooldown. It's so short.
Hey, with only 3 gems until a turn in, you kind of know that anybody can do it, so you've got to put protection on both sides. You see the Leoric both just protecting there.
But it's just Joanna up here. They're trying to take camps in other places so that they at least have counter pressure. They can't really stop this turn in.
Cassia was able to get that camp, though, just to create, again, that counter pressure at the bottom.
I am a little surprised that ICCR was not able to get a turn in throughout this whole situation.
They're trying here.
Now the Baddest dudes have camps pushing in both lanes, and they're here to contest.
Yeah. They're trying. Uther's trying here.
Yes. Ooh, the Junkrat mine.
The Junkrat there.
The blind, the flashlight from Joanna.
The range that they have, just so hard to do a turn in if they know they're there. And you do see at the bottom, there is this camp by the Baddest dudes pushing.
Which means they have to at least send one. Looks like they're sending more than one to defend him.
May's going to try and help clear the lane, but it looks like they'll... Are they
going
to go for the boss? I think so.
Oh, I like this call here. They know their bottom. They know they're dealing with mid and bottom.
And you have Leoric, so you're trying to create some map visibility. Uh-oh.
Now boss is showing on map. They're only halfway done.
ICR knows.
Is headed up. Can they finish it in time? I don't think they're going to.
Look at that. They're choosing not to. They're going to try and convert this.
Oh, no. ICCR was able to pick up the leash. Boss didn't disappear quite yet. Now the teams are going to fight over boss.
While there's a tornado on the ground doing some damage.
Leo gets stunned. Ball lightning goes out. Polymorph onto the Blaze.
Blaze is done. The Ring of Frost does hit the Joanna. Brightwing has to teleport in to save it. Leo doing his walk. And look at that. The leash has changed again.
Leo goes down. It's still 1-1 again. I think either team could potentially win this boss fight.
Odin is popping. The boss has so little life. Oh, look at this. They're going to try and finish
Joe.
Joe.
But she can't quite stop it, and that means that the boss goes over to Baddest dudes. Junkrat goes down. Tychus and Jaina go down.
Absolutely. They're working on 52 life. He's running. He's running.
Oh, wow.
Cassie gets on her mount. Ah, nice job. Almost. I think he's going to get out. Oh! Oh,
well
no.
done, Demon. For Jamster in the chat, saying Cassie better do what she needs to do. I think proven himself there. Really
2v4, but this boss is just going to walk on this keep. It is going to be hard to stop.
But at the same time, the ICCR have objective pushing in all 3 lanes. So this keep is going down in mid, fort going down in bottom, and top.
Just look at this fort for keep for a moment, because it's gone.
Yeah, mid keep just going down as they try to push with the boss.
The amount of minion waves for blue on the map.
Might go down.
100. Oh. And a nice snowball with 4 of them, but it just was not enough, unfortunately.
And this boss is still reasonably healthy. This keep's gonna go down.
Hey, we're looking at the left side of the map here, but I might not be surprised if we start to see Red's core taking some damage. There's a lot of minions up there too. You can see that shield.
Junkrat did just get back there to stop it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Baddest dudes can end here with the boss ending, but Entomb goes out.
Nice job.
Can't get out.
Ring of Frost is out. Pops is the invulnerable.
Oh, but ICCR turning this on them really well and taking 4-0.
What a great turn of events by ICR there.
Yeah, and I have to say, you know, that's the advantage of taking a Blaze in the off lane. You have another tank, even if your Mei goes down.
So we had a lot of experience during those fights, so 20 talents are popped for both. Why don't you walk us through those?
I can, but it looks like that ICCR might just come for core. They have 4 dead. They're level 20. I think they're saying we want to end here. Try to walk you through it. Level 20 right. Odin. Yep. Blaze with Burn Notice. Uther with Bulwark of Light. Ice Blink for Jaina to give her some more survivability and upgraded Avalanche. Can they
Odin, the
here?
bunker.
Bunker goes out for the whole team.
Nice use by Junkrat, just trying to push them away.
But core is at 50% and falling. 42%. 25%. I
4
think
seconds.
we're going to
It's
go
it.
to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Well done, ICCR.
Really, really well done, Raiders. Thank you, Raiders, for giving us that game 3.
Yeah, really, really nice there. Good use of capitalizing for a moment.
I see Taco in chat. Arjito, are you referring to yourself, Taco? I'm just so impressed by ICCR's ability to turn that team fight around at core after losing their keep and the boss and just running for core and ending the game. Really well done.
Definitely. All right, so we didn't have that much time, so I'm going to start with the talent so we can see what everybody had chosen at level 20, and hopefully we'll get some more info soon on where we're going for Game 3. I'll be curious what that might look like.
Yeah, we didn't really get to see. I kind of walked through the level 20 talents for ICCR, but we didn't get to see the 20 talents from the Baddest Dudes play out, but they did pick them. So Cassia took Infinite Lightning, Junkrat with the upgraded Riptire, extra oomph for the cooldown reduction, Brightwing with Invisible Friends, Leo with the Buried Alive, getting caught in that is horrifying, and Joanna with upgraded Blessed Shield.
Really just... I noticed that only 10-9 on in kills that game, so really quite balanced there. You know, we saw, I think, throughout that entire game, there was like really not that much poking. They kind of did their own thing with the waves. They looked for those camps, and they found a few key moments to say we're going to have a large team fight and take advantage.
Yeah, and honestly, the Baddest Dudes looked really dominant for a lot of it, similar to Game 1. And this time, when ICCR turned it around, they kept that momentum instead of losing it very quickly. So I'm really impressed. I'm happy to see it. Happy to go to a Game 3.
MV Peach, I see you in chat. You have my word. Caps are coming back for next game. T-Rex is on it. He will fix the problem.
Absolutely. I don't know if I can affect his Eldion's Nightbot. We are sorry for the caps.
I want the caps.
Yeah, we do want the caps there. Maybe you can go do that right now. I don't know how difficult that is. Eldion is the Twitch professional here. I use professional quite loosely. I'm just the one who talks at you a little more while he deals with all the stuff in the background. Do you want to walk us through healing and
I'm actually going to try and get some of these. I want the caps to come back. So I'm going to have you do this while I learn how to spell Twitch and use that as my starting point on how we're going to fix some of this.
Okay, so while Eldion works on the caps, so everybody can pump up for the hype for this Game 3, I'm going to walk through some of what happened. Just from healing numbers, we see an insane amount of healing coming out from the Brightwing. Not quite much from the Uther, but that's typical. Uther's healers are lower, and he really relies on getting that armor onto his teammates. Which honestly he did very well. And with a May and a Blaze with those giant health pools, adding armor on top of it, they become really, really hard to kill. And then just looking at hero damage, I know you're looking at Eldion's screen there, so you can't see me sort of sorting by it, but Cassia and Junkrat with the top damage there, with Tychus not falling far behind. And XP is kind of what you expect. Leo and Cassia at the top, with Blaze and Jaina not too far behind. Yeah, and just really exciting game. Eldion, if you have a moment, you could go back to talents, and I could talk about a few
Absolutely.
of those as well as we wait for game number 3 to see where we're going, who picks first pick and map pick and whatnot. But yeah, you know, I'm just kind of looking to see if anything stands out to me that I don't normally see. You know, this Junkrat build is interesting. Nade build deals a lot of damage, but I feel like you often see Mine build just because it gives him so much mobility, so much uptime on that Mine. But yeah, not to say Junkrat wasn't used. The nades weren't very effective. He had a lot of damage this game. Tychus with a bit of a mix of Q build and trait build there. Oh, and we have a map picked.
We are going to the Garden of Terror.
I can stop just sort of talking about talents at you as we have something else to do. Eldion, did you get that those caps coming back or
It's
no?
a work in progress. We'll have it for the game, you know. I
Okay.
hope and think.
We can let's get your prayers in chat for us. Also, we live and die by follows, so if you can send more follows Eldion's way, I think he might be able to work a little bit more of his magic for you. It looks like the baddest dudes picked Garden of Terror, so they went with map pick. And that leaves first pick over to the Raiders.
Absolutely.
Garden of Terror. You know, this is one of my favorite maps. It's very different. There are so many camps. You really need to try to get all those camps out as early as possible and just keep them coming. So I expect to see either a Rainer picked or banned, maybe a Greymane picked or banned. We've seen Jaina in both games. She can do a lot of camp clear. Lunara with her level 4 PvE talent can do camps really well.
MV Peach, I'm going to look at you in chat for a moment as my test subject. I'd love to see some caps now because I think you should be good to go. I could also be lying because we'll really see together how this goes.
Here, I'll do caps, so they might ban me. We do. We have caps.
You asked and we delivered. That's the takeaway here.
Do not say we never did anything for you. We provided the caps that we should have had from the start, but happy to give everybody at home what they want.
We're still waiting for a few laggards to join this game here, and we can kind of start going again. Garden of Terror. It's a great. I love Game 3s.
Yeah. I love Game 3s. I love going to Game 3. It's very exciting, especially for a playoff match, especially for semifinals.
I gotta be honest. My approach is Game 1. Who do I want to win? Who's got the more Warcraft heroes? Game 2. Who's the underdog? I don't know if I have a strategy yet on who has Game 3. It could be, question 1. Did your team ban Diablo? That could get me to root for you.
I mean, just because you like to be proven right doesn't mean that that's a valid strategy for making decisions in your life.
It's not over details in terms of like who has the better draft, who's more correct. These are all very valid approaches. I've gone for an alternative approach.
And you know what? So far, that approach has worked. Diablo is a very popular hero. He's often picked. You basically might as well flip a coin to see if you're right or not about Diablo getting banned or picked. So it's a good choice.
And we are all in the lobby here, so I'm optimistic that we're going to get to see some ready shortly, and we'll go into that draft. My last chance on a Diablo ban.
I don't know if you're going to get the ban this time. See, because ICCR knew what they were doing. The first pick came of Brightwing, and they said, no, we're just going to pick Tychus so that you can't pick Diablo.
Yeah. Look, it feels easy at this point to say, like, we're going to see a Stukov ban or we're going to see a Chromie ban. Two in a row, it's maybe a Garrosh ban.
Right. I think we're going to see Garrosh, Chromie, Sonya, Gazlo, Stukov, and I don't know what that sixth one is going to be, but I think those 5 are
I want the out of left field bans. I want to see, a final ban of an Abathur, just because.
Yeah, I mean, Abathur's, you need somebody who can play him well.
Yeah. I'm not even saying I need to see an Illidan in the game. I just am like, maybe you don't know what to do. You just want to, really throw people off their game here.
Yeah, and I mean, like, one of my favorite things to do on Garden of Terror is to pick TLV or pick a Murky who really can benefit from all these camps. I would love to see something weird, something different for Game 3, see what they have in their back pocket as a, like, nope, we need to win this match. So, yeah.
And Whisper, I see you in chat here. These caps are for you as our initial guinea pig, who's, I think, the first ban for this channel. So, we're going to dedicate having caps on for you here.
100%. I don't know how we can immortalize it, but we will figure out a way to immortalize it. I'm writing down a note right now on my little draft sheet.
And the draft,
Whisper M3.
The draft has started. Again, for those joining us a little late, apologies. There are not. I don't have these logos up at the top here. We're seeing some issues with our OBS, but you have Icecrown on the left, Baddest Dudes on the right.
And what do you think this first ban's gonna
I
be?
think it's I need the Diablo ban because then I'm gonna be wrong every round this game, and it hurts.
Which is so satisfying for me. Let me tell you, chat, it is so satisfying when Eldion is wrong. We've known each other for a long time.
Last cast, I got Joanna right. I got the Anduin. I think I went 4 for 5 on one of those, and to be 0 and 12 at this point.
Falstad, that is something we haven't seen so far.
And we noted earlier, it was surprising that we hadn't seen that yet.
The May, they don't want to deal with it.
They've said, Matt, we're done with this May. It's time. We don't want to deal with her anymore.
Yeah, I totally get it. Which means I'm wrong from my. We're gonna see the same 5 bans come out, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm glad to see the teams do something different.
I'll be curious if Baddest Dude's second ban is still that Garrosh, or they're saying, hey, we're gonna let you play Garrosh this round.
It's very possible. Oh my God, yes. Diablo.
Yes.
Team, stop.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes, I'm sorry, Baddest Dudes, but I have who I'm rooting for in Game 3. They've given me the Diablo ban.
All right. Well, just because of that, Baddest Dudes, I am on your side here. That's all I needed to see. Oh my God.
Yes. Oh, I'm so happy right now.
I'm so disappointed. I almost got through an entire stream without this happening, and yet again, you were proven right. Guys, don't do this to me. Gazlowe, not banned and able to be picked up on the side of ICC Raiders.
I'll be curious if they go a tank first here. You know, maybe they said we're not going to ban Gazlowe. Maybe we might try and take him if it is a targeted ban. Maybe let's look.
Yeah. But the Chromie was not banned this time.
I guess that makes sense.
Yep. We were talking about it.
She's switching skins as she does this to make sure she's got the right theme for Garden here.
Oh, and the Deckard Kane. Deckard, a really, really strong healer, brings a lot of CC to the table and burst heals. Ugh. That Chromie on Garden of Terror is devastating. It becomes so hard to push into points.
We have our Uther, who's dressed as Thrall, confusing everybody, and there's the Garrosh.
There is the Garrosh. It was banned out for 2 games.
Look at that choice they've made of where we're sick of May and stop it. We'll let you play Garrosh now.
And I wonder if that's if that might be a mistake. We might get to see why Baddest Dudes have been banning this.
I'm excited to see it.
Though, at the same time, Baddest Dudes got to take the Chromie now. Yep. Chromie is devastating in the right hands.
Yeah.
Orphea ban. All right. Seeing a lot of different bans this time.
Yeah, hey, we've decided that we're going to have one, a strong mage for the Baddest Dudes, and we don't necessarily know if we want the other team to have one of those.
Yeah. What do you think this last ban's going to be?
Honestly, maybe a Joanna.
Yeah, the Jo was pretty strong.
Look, I think they're good. If they keep limiting tanks, maybe you get some targets there. They know they can play Joanna well. Yes!
There it is. There it is. This one I'm less disappointed about because you've already gotten your Diablo correct. But I need you to stop proving him right, ICC Raiders. We're going to have a talk later.
I've been just feels great.
If ICC Raiders wins this and we go to an interview with them, we're going to have a chat. Just saying. That's all. What's coming out next for Baddest Dudes after that Jo ban?
This is interesting. Ooh, Tychus into Yrel.
I think we know why we saw the Yrel ban from last game. They have a Yrel player.
If you're the Baddest Dudes right now, you don't need to pick a tank just yet, so you've got options. Mm-hmm. Maybe you want to see what kind of damage you're dealing against, and then you make a call.
Yeah, and they need to be able to deal with the Garrosh. Ooh, Tassadar. You know what I'm thinking? You know what combo I'm thinking when I see Garrosh, Tassadar, and Uther?
Maybe does it have to do with maybe a wall, a stun, an obscene amount of damage, and a flip? And
yeah, something like that. Something like that. I like the Kira.
Interesting. It's an interesting matchup there, but I like it.
I like it.
All right, too. Last tank choice.
Muradin, maybe?
I don't know. For some reason, I want to say ETC, but I'm not. I don't know.
They don't have too much way in the means of interrupting ETC. I mean, Gravo Bomb can come out to interrupt them. Oh, there it is. ETC. Good call. Good call.
Okay,
Well
so
done.
clearly games 1 and 2, I was just not on point for
You
where I
just
thought the
didn't-
bans were going. I got the bans wrong, and everything downstream that followed was just not good. But here we've
It was the
you know,
caps.
we've
Honestly.
calibrated a
I'll be
bit.
honest. It was the caps. You got the
was.
caps lock right, and the universe aligned. That is
Well,
really
you
all
know,
it was.
this is do anything for the favors and praise from Chad here.
All right, so we have these 2 drafts. Chat, let us know what you think of these drafts. Which one you think might win? Which one you think might lose? We of course have already chosen sides. Eldion for the Raiders. I am rooting for the Baddest Dudes.
And as I look in chat here, as the person who got the caps working, now granted, also the person who got the caps not to work, I do think I should get to have that team name as a trademark there.
I mean, you can try to trademark it. I don't know. It seems like Whisper, the person who died for the caps, has already called it. But I'm gonna.
Yeah, walk us through one more time. Who's playing for ICR and Baddest Dudes?
All right, in the blue shorts, ICCR on the left side for Game 3, Spark Z on Kira, Azriel on Uther, Xerxes 89 on Tassadar, Mr. Papercut on Garrosh, Sir Alan on Gazlowe. And on the other side, for the Baddest Dudes, Demon Grand on Tychus, Savior 123 on that Chromie, Mad Kazar on Decker, Durlock on Urel, and Morris on ETC.
Absolutely. And I'm always interested with the Chromie. Are we seeing a Q build, a W
We
build,
see a
more that
W build
vision? And we're
coming
going
out.
W here.
Yeah, they're going to give up the vision on that level 1 talent, a 25-second vision, to be able to, on a throw immediately onto the Urel with a wall to block her off. This might be a very early first pick, but Urel has so much health, she's so hard to kill, and she gets to just walk out of there with 100 health.
But look at that precision they have with a throw. The wall is already up before they land. I think
Yeah.
we've seen this maneuvers practiced before, I'm assuming.
I think so. Urel goes down bot to start collecting soak. Tychus goes up top to start collecting soak.
Gazlow's following it.
And my question here is, neither of these teams took amazing racers. They are camp clearers. They have people who can do camps, but they didn't take Rainers or your Greymanes or your Lunara, which you usually kind of see. So I'm curious to see who they send to do these camps.
We see Uther going on his own at the moment, just starting the camp. There comes Tassadar to come help, I suspect. But
And Tychus in the bottom one. Deckard just went down to leave him 2 potions. One of the advantages of Deckard.
yeah, absolutely. We're seeing camps on both sides now. We've got a bit of kind of back and forth. I suspect Gazlowe and Urel are going to trade all game there.
Yeah, and for those who don't know about how this map works, the first objective is always in one of these bottom 3 points on the map. So generally teams look to take all 3 camps before that 3-minute mark from bottom to top, so that the top team is pushing in the opposite. So that's what we're seeing right now.
And it's fascinating, right? We have Chromie on the lane on her own against Akira up top at the moment.
That's a scary spot for a Chromie. If Kira can get on top of her, that's
Right, one big swing and that hurts. Camps are done for ICR.
Are they going to try to get out that last camp, or are they going to say, we don't have enough time? It looks like the answer is yes. They're going to go get it.
4s are up. We'll start seeing some of these talents here. Kira and Uther are working on their camp. Everybody will look like they'll be finished with them before the seed spawns, but we'll see who makes the first play there. They do need to clear this mid.
Yeah, both teams are making sure they want to get all of their camps out, which means that both teams have the time to get down to it while they finish these camps.
ETC was trying there for a moment, but without another person, I don't think he'll be able to do that alone.
And it looked like he wanted to get the Deckard, but he just quite missed and hit the...
Yeah.
This whole team is waiting. They look...
It looks like the Attitudes is going to try and sneak this quickly. Urel's playing
two
defense
people
with his
down.
own. You have ETC playing defense. Chromie is close. The Tassus Psionic Storm is going to
Urel
stop.
is on the back line here.
There's Chromie trying again. Nope, she's going to come join the fray. Tychus, as Tychus and ETC up on the Thrall, pushed him back up there. Now they've just zoned that really nicely. I don't know if Thrall's going to have enough space to get back. There's the
a
stun.
Garrosh. That's a
Thank you.
Garrosh, by
That
the
is a
way.
Garrosh.
Garrosh does go down.
That is a Garrosh.
And I think that means first objective goes over to the Baddest Dudes.
I
And you
realize
can
there's
get
not even
some
a
of these.
Thrall playing, but with Uther's
The
skin,
Uther skin
it just
kinda
feels
looks
like
like-
it is.
And you know, you can give some of these objectives. Giving the first one, obviously not a big deal. Giving the second, it starts being a problem, and then that third, you really start having to fight over. So good on Baddest Dudes to get that first one.
But notice that does give ICR an experience advantage. They've just hit their 7s.
That's about a half-level lead.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can keep it up and get to 10s first. Why don't you throw up some talents?
They're up already. Yeah.
Oh, they are. I apologize. I can't see what he's looking at, and Twitch is on a delay, so.
He has no faith in me, and it just hurts.
I mean, I don't have any faith in him. Gazlo goes down while we're just joking around. We apologize.
Absolutely, but Urel and Tychus able to finish that Gazlo there. Tychus will hearth to get some back. Spawn is back up there attacking.
Chromie is really low. She gets stunned.
She's gone.
By the ether.
Nice flip.
Chromie goes down.
Yeah.
That is 1 kill on both sides. That
2 seconds on the seed.
I don't know if Baddest Dudes can contest this without all 5 members. And this is one they can give.
Yeah.
Garrosh with a stun.
Oh, just to miss the whip from when Garrosh is down. Tacitus got such damage, and without that Chromie there to kind of counterbalance, it is tough to push them back.
Yeah. And that gives number 2 over to the Baddest Dudes. Absolutely. This is where ICCR starts running into trouble. Even if they can get to 10s first, they cannot allow them to get another seed. This is maybe the strongest objective in the game. It pushes all 3 lanes simultaneously. It shuts off your towers. It is very hard to defend against.
Yeah, absolutely. Baddest Dudes working on their camp. Uther and Garros working as well on their siege. Chromie is doing siege as well. So we've got a lot of camps that are all going to pop at relatively the same time. 30 seconds to the seed.
That is the thing about Garden of Terror. There are a lot of camps to do.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And Chromie walks away from that siege camp without quite finishing it.
That is interesting. Hey, you need the experience. Maybe they're thinking, hey, maybe if we can get 10 before the siege spawn, we have a shot at turning a team fight.
Yeah, I think they might even just be giving. They don't need this next seed. They can give it and get 10s.
Yeah.
And maybe go invade. Look at the top here. There's an invade on this Kira. Are they going to get there? Oh.
Fortunately not, and Urel is definitely surrounded here. She's hard to kill, but
too much healing for Urel.
A little too many skirmishes going on in various aspects of the map here. We're jumping left and right.
But we do have 10s from both teams.
And you see Baddest Dude says, we know you're at the bottom getting that seed. Maybe we can take out a tower or a wall. They are waiting for the team fight here. ETC in the bush waiting for that.
ETC gets thrown. He gets
stunned
immediately and taunted. But he gets a slide to slide on out.
Nice use of an escape. But the towers and wall have fallen at top.
Nicely done. And just to walk through some level 10 talents here on the side of ICCR, Gazlo taking Grav Bomb. Garrosh we just saw with the Warlord's Challenge for that taunt. Black Hole from Tassazar. Divine Shield for Uther. Unrelenting Strikes from Kira. And on the other side, Tychus to Commander Odin. Chromie with that Slowing Sands we've already seen. Deckard with a Lecture. Stay a while and listen. Urel, Ardent Defender. Even harder to kill. And ETC, classic Mosh Pit.
And we've definitely seen both teams retreat to their respective zones for a moment, getting those camps. We know that there's another seed in 18 seconds. If the Baddest Dudes can get it, they will start the terror.
Yeah, and again, now that they have all these ults, Chromie Slowing Sand, Stay a While and Listen, a Mosh Pit, I mean, the ICCR is built to get a pick. And if they can't quite get it, the long drawn-out fights might just well go over to Baddest Dudes.
And what's really interesting is the longer this fight goes on, the bottom for ICR is pushing. They're working on ETC, gets thrown.
But the objective is picked up.
Yeah.
And they look like they want to keep fighting. If they can get some kills here while objective is pushing.
Slowing Sands are down. There's a Black Hole.
Mosh Pit goes out, catches Hira, but Hira gets saved by the Gravo Bomb.
And they're pushing here, but we remember these Terror need to get stopped too.
Yeah, mid lane is already taking out a wall.
Oh, Stay a While and Listen, traps that Garrosh. He is down.
Nicely done by the Deckard.
Absolutely.
But that means that ICCR is going to have to back off. This fort is gone. Mid fort is starting to fall. Fortunately for ICCR, in bottom lane there was a camp down there that took out and took care of this terror.
And ICCR is just going to finish off that garden. Down 1 fort as a result.
With mid fort not much health left.
They're going to just do some finish duty there, but
I think they're going to come and finish this mid fort.
they're going to try. They're going to try and invade on Gazlo. He gets the boop.
But ETC is taking tower shots, and he cannot quite finish off the Gazlo.
Nice job by ICCR there to keep that fort alive for a bit.
Yeah, I like the tenacity of Baddest Dudes trying to get a kill there, but I really would have loved to see them try to finish off this fort and get catapult pressure pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. We're back, I think, what we'll call our soft retreats on both teams, going their camps. Gazlo, Chromie, ETC, everybody's going to pop their camps at roughly the same time. Both teams now have their 13 talents. We'll throw those back up for you.
Oh yeah, and I'm looking to see if there's anything interesting going on, but sort of typical talents, at least as far as I know.
Still see ETC hiding in this bush. Maybe they're hoping he could drop a mush. Urel's in trouble here. There's a wall. There's a black hole. She's absorbing everything.
She did get to pop Ardent Defender before the black hole went off, and that means she just gets to walk away.
Yep. She is tough to kill.
This must be why we saw the ban on the Urel last game. This Urel is doing really, really well.
Baddest is going to try and pop on the Gazlo. He's pulling back. Now they focus to Garrosh. Nice use on the wall by Cassider.
So much peels. Really well done. Teams kind of poking each other, but no one goes down.
Yeah. And they're all already by that seed, so we'll see if they're going to have to retreat and clear some lanes. They're all just going to stay down here and count down from 10.
Everybody's hiding in bushes. Everybody's just waiting. But the thing is, Deckard Cain gets to just drop his potions everywhere. Slowing Sands goes out.
ETC's thinking he's very quiet. Maybe they won't see me here.
He almost didn't. I don't even know if he needed to leave that bush there.
Yeah. I'll be curious if we see a stay a while and listen, and they just try and do a sneak of some sort.
Yeah. It looks like Urel is just going to try to push and then be able to come back down from the back.
Oh, here it is.
She's going up.
Nice throw, guys.
You get thrown.
There's the wall. He's isolated. Kira jumps in. There's a grav bomb out. They are going to be able to... Look at that. Urel stopped Kira's stun.
Really, really well done. ETC is able to slide out with 100 health. Commander Odin goes out. Garrosh getting low, but in the
getting
back...
pelted by Chromie there for a moment.
And the whole while in the back, Tassadar was able to channel, and that makes 2 seeds to 0. Well, 3, but 2 seeds to 0 on the side of ICCR.
Really nice job by ICCR there, going right back to the camp. And even for a moment there, we saw Gazlo just sailing, making a little bit of pressure bottom, so when this camp comes, maybe we can push out a fort.
Right, and that whole time, there was a siege camp pushing in top lane that got half of Baddest Dude's top fort.
Yeah.
Still, though, they have all 3 forts.
Those siege camps are tough when the seed pops. You really have to say, oh, am I going to give up the seed, or am I just going to let my fort get beaten down by 10 seconds?
Right? And that's the thing about this map. You have to keep sending out all of these camps to create that pressure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately for ICCR, Chromie and Tychus just shred through them in bot lane. And they're going to back off. This is seed number 3 and for ICCR, and it is on their side. And
Urel, hey, look at that invade. They're able to push Urel off. She's got a stun. There's taunt.
Not enough time to pop Ardent Defender, and Urel gets blown up. Wow, exactly. That is
5v4.
Right,
seed is down. You've now sent the camp directly onto this fort.
And they have to give and accept and try to just defend the terrorists.
Really nice job by ICCR there. Great map.
That is exactly what this comp is looking to do. They want to find somebody and throw them and just stun them with Black Hole and Uther Stun and just chain them.
And Kira saw that the siege camp had popped, so she said, I'll finish this while my garden's spawning. Nice job there. There'll be a lot of pressure on top.
Yeah. Let's see just how much ICCR can get out of this. Baddest Dude's got 1 3/4 forts. Let's see what ICCR can get.
Chromie, just nice use of W, just pelting back there.
Nice unstoppable to avoid the slide.
Absolutely.
ETC taunted.
And Garrosh just pushed down there. Yrel in the back lane, again, has the absorb.
But now that's one fort, and these terrors are on the other 2 forts.
Top is going to go down, I suspect. They have Siege just attacking. I suspect Baddest Dudes will be able to keep bottom fort alive.
Between Tychus and Chromie, they might be... No, not
Top is going to fall.
Top is falling. Yrel is able to keep this alive as ICCR backs off. This is game 3 of the semifinals, ladies and gentlemen. These teams want it. You can tell. Neither is looking to give an inch where they can.
Absolutely. Nice job by ICCR. We're grabbing another siege camp. These things are, popped for seconds and somebody's already there. They've done a great job on that regard. There's just pressure every which way, and it keeps moving.
They look like they might be trying to get a gank onto this Yrel.
I like the idea, but she is so slippery. She's just flying over walls.
Yeah, I do love the idea. I really do. But Yrel is a hard target.
Absolutely. But they are saying, hey, we want this last fort too. Cass is just going to throw a couple of Q waves.
Garrosh using the unstop to keep himself alive and then throwing ETC out of the way.
Nice. We can see that ETC has a mosh pit up. We don't know if they've been keeping track of it, but you got to keep that distance.
And it has been a while, so I have to think that they're aware.
Tough by the ICR. That Siege was able to get a last shot in, and the middle fort is down. Baddest Dudes is saying, hey, maybe we're going to see if we can repush that. We'll see if we can go bottom here for a moment. Slowing Sands, yeah.
To stop the counter push. They got a little bit of damage, half of a fort, and it all matters.
There's no mule in this game to heal it back right now. So
there is no mule.
I mean, Baddest Dude's bottom fort is one large spell away from falling, unfortunately. So
602 health, ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot.
Seed is spawned,
and this is 0-0 again. Neither of these seeds are really important, but obviously all of them are good to get.
See, the
team's kind of dancing.
They're dancing. Garrosh is we're at that precipice right now. Somebody needs to make their first move, and Garrosh will then chuck them. Yrel's going to have to hop back. Something here. I guess if
Yrel holding her charge.
Yeah, and if you have a Gazelle, you could just say, I'm just going to keep dropping turrets. That'll be something to do for a moment.
Right?
And notice that the siege camp. Yep.
And
Deckard's going to try and steal.
No, not quite. Oh, the chain CC onto the ETC is going to go down.
The root, the Odin, a black hole. They're chasing Deckard. Yrel's able to stop, but Odin's going to be in trouble there. Really nice job by ICCR with all of that chain CC.
Very, very well done. And they're going to get this siege camp. You can see the pings going out to say, let's do this too. Nothing the Baddest Dudes can do about it.
Really nice fight there. Great use of the ult combos. You'll see every ult across the board on the ICR was popped.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Baddest Dudes, ETC just never had an opportunity to use his abilities.
F-bomb, a black hole, a Deckard Kane's roots. There's just so much stuns going on there.
And there's still 3 dead. They're gonna look to try to get damage onto this keep. They have the siege camp and a catapult. And they can maybe take a keep here.
And let's not forget, Kira's up top farming that experience. They've just hit their 20s.
They have.
Walk us through those choices.
All right. Gazla is going to take Bomb Toss, which gives him a disgusting amount of stuns on the ground. Garrosh takes Death Wish, increase the taunt duration. Kugel Blitz, upgraded Black Hole. Kira with the Silent Killer to silence anybody in Relenting Strikes. And Redemption from Uther. After he dies, gets revives at the Spirit's location, 50% of his max health. The effect has a 180 second cooldown.
And I went back again, not surprising, I think, this game. We've seen these soft retreats to their respective lanes. They're all going to get their camps one more time. The seed is up, though. ICR is going to try and look like they're going to grab it early.
You see Lich Queen in chat, she's cheering on her team, telling them what she wants to see. Chromie gets thrown.
Just does not have the health pool for that kind of damage, unfortunately.
No, Kira is going to get the Unrelenting Strikes off. They're silenced.
Are able to get that stun on Deckard, and Garrosh is able to follow with the taunt.
Deckard Kane goes down. That is 2 kills. Yrel hops unstoppable.
But Gazlo, nice body blocking there. Kira's gonna get a stun.
Ardent Defender goes off. She, being Yrel, gets to get out.
300 life and she escapes. Nice job there.
Really well done.
I like that they chased. They said, we want to keep pushing this fight. We're not even getting that seed right away.
Yeah.
And now we're going to steal their bruisers.
Stealing bruisers. They just try to steal this camp, get more pressure, get this seed, set it up so that the next one is a must for the Baddest dudes.
Absolutely.
Look at this top boss. I'm calling it a boss because to see a seed.
Catapult, couple bruisers. They're making this push.
They're making this push. And Baddest dudes still have 2 down. Yeah. ICCR is going to try to take another keep here.
And Chromie's back. We'll start. I assume we're going to see some sandblasting across the map here, but that thing is falling fast.
Not much you can do against 2 Siege, a Catapult, the Bruiser Camp.
Hiroshi runs in, flips the the Tychus, tries to get him, but he is able to dash out.
We have Akira disconnected from the game. I wonder if there might be a pause here.
Black hole. Deckard got stunned.
Deathmosh goes out after ETC dies. Oh no. I think Kira is not in this game. Kira
yeah.
I
think so too. This is just heartbreaking to have a disconnect. This is close to the end.
Oh no. They were pushing, they were doing really well. They did get the keep.
They're working on that Garrosh. They are able to finish him.
2 down. Kira is just sitting in base. I hope they know that they can pause. Unfortunately, as the casters, it is not we are not referees. We are just observers. We are not capable of making any decision like that, but I hope they know that they can pause.
Absolutely. They are going to look for this. Yeah, and definitely. Kira is back in the game. Unfortunate set of timing there, but hopefully they can grab some momentum back.
They still have all their keeps. They still have bot fort. They still have one more. Only need one more.
Oop. All right, so now we've seen our pauses. Chat, sorry, unfortunately, but let's hopefully we want to see a full game with 5 players each here.
Yeah. Do you? I don't know exactly what you can access in the pause, but we did get 20s happening while that happened. Do we want to maybe talk through some of those?
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you walk us through those?
Yeah, so Tychus can do this all day. Chromie with the Piercing Sands. Deckard upgraded Stay a While and Listens for Silence and Blind. Yrel, Seraphim to become unstoppable, and ETC, we saw that Deathmosh go out at the end of the last fight. You know, he's been saying, I've been getting blown up a little bit. This time, if they want to do it, they're going to get stunned for 3 seconds afterwards.
Yeah, wow. Very just interesting team fights. You know, we see 2 seeds for ICCR, 1 for the Baddest dudes. 4 camps are going to be on the map. But this is this would be heartbreaking if we can't get Kira back here for Game 3.
Yeah, you know, you hate to see it. I'm not super familiar with the rules around DC and what happens, but I think this far into a game, we're 21 minutes in, you can't exactly remake here. But again, I don't know the rules. Perhaps somebody in chat can
knows better than us.
Knows better than us. We've been meaning to read over all these NGS rules.
There's a lot of them.
They are very long. We read the stuff about casting and making sure we do all the things we're supposed to do.
One of us read the things about casting, make sure we're doing what we're supposed to.
I read the things about casting to making sure we're doing the things we're supposed to do, including the fact that unfortunately we are not referees and we're not able to pause during that fight. If we could, I would have done it for them, but it's really sad to see that happen.
We'll show up some, we'll call them preliminary numbers before the game ends here, just so you can get a sense of the Siege hero damage. Gazlo leading the pack on Siege, hero, experience. Just a real all-around strong player there.
Yeah, and I think we see why Gazlo keeps getting banned from, I think it was both teams. He's just such a strong hero. He outputs so much damage, and this is an objective where you got to stand there and try to channel a thing. He gets to drop turrets forever. 10-minute timer for pause, if I'm right, from the Lich Queen in chat.
Wait. I see movement. It looks like Kira is back. I think we might have a chance that this could get unpaused shortly.
Yeah. Thank you for bearing with us, chat, and for bearing with these teams. You know, we want to see as best a game we can.
We're seeing the ready checks there on screen, so hopefully this is going to come back. We'll see, I think, a Tychus and a Deckard immediately grabbing for their siege. ETC is going to have to clear that wave now. We already see 66% core for the Baddest Dudes.
Yeah. Really, really interested to see where this goes from here now that Kira's back. Garrosh is dead. All of their camps are up. We can't actually tell them that we're ready.
Yeah, I was literally. Yep, that was.
I'm gonna try to shoot them a Discord message really quickly. But that might be I hope they don't wait for us, because we literally cannot comment there.
But what a nice compliment that they want to wait for us. And,
I know. At Xerxes, we can't chat. We ready?
That's such a nice comment. That's so thoughtful of them. All right, calm.
Yep, I just connected with Xerxes.
All right.
He knows we're ready. We are getting right back into this game, and we're going to see the end of this. We're at 21 minutes. It's a pretty late match here. ICCR has 4 structures left to, I guess, 5 structures if you count the core, to the 2 remaining from Baddest Dudes.
And Lich Queen there has... The fact that I love that the rules all have sub-clauses underneath them as well.
Right? Really well done.
Yeah. Alright, we've got our ready checks.
There
4,
it is.
3, 2, 1, and here is the unpause. We are back.
That camp is popped on the side of Baddest Dudes immediately.
I think we're going to see here a second of everybody kind of regaining their bearings here. Baddest Dudes is going to try and snag these bruisers.
It's interesting, you know, when those pauses happen, you basically get a moment to sort of chat about what you want to do.
It can be really disorienting.
And you kind of have to remember where you were, the momentum, especially when it's a pause for that long.
Yeah, but
I mean, we don't blame them.
Hey, it's, you know, if anything, we blame our ISP providers here. They are able to snag that siege. ICCR not quite able to get back in time. And we'll see that that bottom fort is slowly going to be getting hit by bruisers and siege for a moment. Baddest Dude's going to take another camp as they prep for that seed.
Yeah, I'm just reading the rules there from the Lich Queen that luckily we don't have to worry about. So I'm going to stop reading them and get back into this game. This seed is important.
It's a big moment
Baddest
here.
Baddest Dudes cannot give it up. That would be 2 camps, or that would be 2 keeps down. Yeah. Terror's coming on their core.
They see ETC. They are able to kind of zone and back a little bit. Baddest Dudes do have siege helping out a little bit there.
Yeah, really nice when you have that, but just the mosh pit. Oh no!
Oh, Slowing Sands is down. And Garrosh goes down. They are able to stop it. ETC is now zoned out. There's the stay a while and listen task system. And they're able to grab task as well. And Uther's down as well. Kira's kind of stuck now on her own. I wonder if they're going to be able to finish. She does use her trait to escape. Dancing around a bit. Nice job there.
Well done. I think she's just saying, I'm dead and I'm going to keep fighting you and distracting you as long as I can.
Yeah,
instead of you getting this seed.
ETC, I think, realizes that they are able to get her. Well done. And ETC comes back to get that seed. Big moment. But let's remember for a moment that the core was at 66%. We're now at 62%. So there is just constant pressure, you know, kind of hitting that thing every once in a while.
Yeah, they can't leave it alone for too long, and this next seed just as important. They can't let it go. You know, I have to say that I wonder if the pause and the disconnect sort of threw them off their momentum. They were looking really strong a minute ago.
It is really just jarring, and just like you said earlier, 30 seconds on a seed. Whoever gets it is sending 24-minute Garden Terrors down the line, and that is powerful.
Yeah, especially for ICCR, they're going on key. They're going on core. Two of them are going on core. And look at where the wave is. The terrorists show up at the wave.
Yeah.
They're going to show up right on core.
Absolutely.
I think Baddest Dudes needs to try to get them pushed out a little bit just to give them some space.
I think they have to.
Somebody's commenting that he thinks that they Whisper in chat, who died for Caps Lock, is saying that Sparks.
They're giving up the seed and they're just going right on core.
Core.
Look at that.
Oh wow, I love this call. I love this call.
Black Hole is gone. Tychus does have to pop the Odin. Stay a while and listen. There's the mosh pit.
Mosh pit.
Oh, look at that. Baddest Dudes is able to flip that.
Kira knows that she just needs to start pushing
Wow.
back. See, the thing is, though, all of their keeps are still at full health. The mid one still has a full front wall. The top one still has both turrets. They can't quite end here.
I think if you're the Baddest Dudes, I'm thinking they're all just going to pick a lane and say, hey, let's push as far as we can and see what happens.
And yeah, I think you're right.
You see a lot of them going top. You know, they'll have 30 seconds or so to push keep into core. Chromie and Tychus, I think they're just gonna go for it.
Yeah, we see people calling it out in chat. Those stay a whiles with the upgrade, where you're silenced for 3 seconds afterwards, it is just devastating.
Keep is down.
Keep goes down.
10 seconds, and then the rest of the party comes to join.
But Terror is still very healthy, and at 25 minutes into this game, Chromie and Tychus just.
Fear's trying to get some stuns, trying to stop them, working on Chromie there, but is able to zone back. Everybody is up. Grosjean 2 seconds.
Ults are. But this whole time, the core.
Look at that. Stay a while and listen. There's a stun. There's a stun.
25%, 22%.
6, 5, and there's the game.
Wow.
Really well done.
On the side of Baddest Dudes. I wonder how much that disconnect sort of messed with the Raiders' heads. You hate to see it, but it is what it is sometimes. Really well done on the side of Baddest Dudes. They are going to the Div E East Finals.
Yeah, absolutely. What a game. Really nice pressure on both sides. Ton of camp, a lot of map awareness there, but you got it. It just hurts that disconnect kind of can throw you off your game, and that is tough.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll never know. You know, that's kind of how it is. But either way, really strong showing from ICCR. If you look at the Div rankings, I think this is like their 4th and 5th map loss of the whole season. They were a dominating team, quite literally, throughout the season. So, really strong showing from them. Congratulations to ICCR on a well-played season, but also congratulations to the Baddest Dudes. They are going to the Div E East Finals.
What a game! I mean, again, that just both teams played exceptionally well. A Game 3 series is always great, especially this late, getting into that finals, and they should both be, really proud of their seasons in general.
Yeah, and we are going to look to try to get Demon Grand in here for an interview. Let's see where we can head. Maybe over to Lobby 2.
Let's throw these talents up one more time there while we get sorted with interview logistics.
Yeah.
We're starting to see some of the players in chat. Really nice. Congratulations, Mad Kaiser. Great game there.
Sorry, as I coordinate with Demon Grand to try to get an interview.
And of course, for those with us still after the interview, we will go raid somebody else, so your Night of Hots will continue. There's a lot of other great playoff games going on that we will be kind of raiding you towards.
All right, Eldion, we've got Demon Grand and Kaiser, I hate to say it, but MVP of that match for those Stay a While and Listens in Lobby 2 of... why don't we head on over?
Absolutely.
that'll be for finals.
Demon Grand. Mad Kaiser, congratulations. Great game there.
Thank you.
Yeah, really well done. You took game one, you stumbled a little bit on game two, and then you pulled it out for game three, and you guys are going to the finals. How's it feel?
It feels really, really good. I mean, let's be honest here. That was the number one seed in the division. You know, they were very vocal about the fact that they didn't think they were to be, and we just upset them. So
Yeah,
that feels very good.
Well,
yeah, and I mean, like, yeah, really, congratulations. Really well done. I have to say, people in chat calling it out. I think Kezer, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but maybe MVP right here with those stay a while and listens. They were devastating. Really, really well done.
Thanks. Oh my god. It was so good. I couldn't believe it. Because I felt like all my abilities were slow the entire game. Like, oh, my Ruby's too slow. My D is too slow. Everything's coming out too slow. And then that last sleep was just right.
Oh yeah, I'd say the last two sleeps, to be honest. I think once you got that level 20 and they were silenced for 3 seconds, there was just nothing they could do.
Yeah.
This
Gotta take the upgrade.
Absolutely. So I'd love to talk about the 3-game drafting here. We saw that Garrosh ban twice. Then I think we came to this. We as casters said, all right, they're done dealing with Mei. We're gonna swap that out. Tell me about the tank bans there for a moment.
Well, they didn't have their normal tank player playing today.
Oh.
Which was wrecked. And so the person that they did have playing tank, Paper Cut, we quickly, like when we saw that he wasn't playing tank, we quickly like scouted him, or when we saw wrecked wasn't in the lobby, we quickly scouted him.
Sure.
To see what tanks he actually plays. And we saw that he had Garrosh and Diablo, and we were like, well, if Diablo's up, we want Diablo, because that's Morris's go-to.
Sure. You played it very well.
Yeah, and so it was one of those, well, if we just get rid of Garrosh and we leave the Diablo up, maybe they let us have Diablo because, that's one of its picks, and maybe they won't first pick it because they have other priority picks that they prefer as first pick. And so it gave us the Diablo the first game.
Yeah, and you guys used that really, really effectively, I have to say. I'm trying to see what else I might want to ask you a question about. I think game 2, when they first picked the Tychus, you said, well, we can't pick Diablo now. Is that why you switched over to the Joe after that?
That's correct.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, I think you picked some of these maps. Tell us about your... I think you went to Volskaya first last in the quarterfinals as well. Is that just a strong map for you guys?
It's an okay map for us. I wouldn't say it's a strong map. Our strong maps are what ICCR banned today. They did right scouting and they banned out Cursed Hollow and Dragonshire, and we love those maps.
Gotcha.
But that doesn't mean we don't like the other maps in the pool. But yeah, like that Volskaya I think Volskaya is one of those maps you're almost guaranteed to play in every matchup you're gonna find in semi-competitive, because it's one of those fair matches. Like any team has a chance on it if you know how to play on it. And it's one of those maps that often survives bans. So I just think if you're definitely going to a game 3, right? Like Volskaya is like a guarantee you're gonna play that map.
I hear you. It's a comfort pick. Maybe not a comfort pick, but at least a map that everybody feels like they know how to play.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I think it's interesting. Again, to your point, is in Towers of Doom was banned, and I think last time you guys banned them as well. It seems this Volskaya, Cursed Hollow, and there's just these maps we're seeing. I think throughout the entire season, there's a lot of rotation. I think probably you guys alone have played on most of them throughout the course of your season, which is so you can't focus on only one or two, because the other teams, like you said, are scouting hard. They know what to ban.
Yeah.
So speaking of, do you know who you guys are playing for the finals? I mean, not to. All right. Not to ask you to divulge any secrets or anything, just in case they listen to this, but any thoughts about that game coming up? anything you want to share with chat, or anything you don't want to share, I guess, as well?
Well, here's what I'll share with chat. If you guys go to nexusgamingseries.org, and then you go to Div E and you go to, you know, our games, and then if you find the VOD of our last game against Nine Avatar, we're just gonna do that again. So
Wow. No fear,
Very
just
confident,
throwing
very
down the
confident.
gauntlet.
I
I
mean,
love it.
I kid, okay, you know, like
I-
obviously they're a tough team, and we're gonna be sweating bullets, one way or the other. But yeah, we did come out on top last time we faced them, so we've got the momentum going in.
Yeah, really well done. Something that I'm remembering from your last game, by the way, they banned out Chromie twice, and you finally got Savior on that Chromie on
Mhm.
game 3. Are you gonna? I assume you're gonna look to keep that going. Really strong showing from Chromie there.
Yeah, we're just not gonna play Chromie anymore, guys. You just don't ban it.
Just
We've decided Savior's done with the Chromie. He's hanging his mantle up. He walked up into a bush that he could have scouted and got thrown by Garrosh and almost cost us the game. And we've decided no more Chromie. So guys, you don't have to ban it anymore. I'm letting everybody know moving forward. Just go ahead and let Savior, you know, not pick Chromie. Okay.
Shade getting thrown in chat a little bit at your teammate there, but he was with us for that last interview, and definitely all in good fun.
Yeah. And okay, so last time I brought Savior, it was his first interview. This time I forced Kaiser to come against his will.
Very
He
kind
was,
of you.
yeah, he was very adamant about not coming, but I was like, after that sleep, you're coming. So,
Yeah,
would you
MVP.
please give Kaiser his first interview?
Hey,
Yeah.
you deserve it with the play of the game with that sleep there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at these talents here you pick on the Deckard. I love to see the Scroll of Identity at the beginning. It just gives you so much more damage potential with the armor and the rubies. Any other thoughts about your talent choices? Anything you might have, why you picked some of these talents, or why you might have picked something different? I know Deckard is a hero who has a really diverse talent tree and really lets you pick a lot of different things based on the matchup.
Yeah, well, I ended up not getting all my stacks on the scroll for a very long time. It was like super late game, like almost level 20, and I was feeling really bad about it because
Oh,
usually
no.
I get it before 13, and I'm like, it's not gonna pair well with anything.
Mm.
But then at 16, that's the one where I'm always like questioning: do I want big pots or do I want? Is that 16 now? I can't even think.
I think so. I
Yeah.
forget.
You took
No.
I think
Scroll of
Big Pot's
Stone
13.
Curse at
Yeah,
16.
Big Pot's
13.
13.
So yeah, Ancient Blessings is what I ended up taking. Cause I'm like, well, with Tychus and Ural and ETC, it'll just give us that little bit of burst healing.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I ended up getting taunted by Garrosh after I popped that, and it let me survive for a little bit, which was really funny. I mean, I didn't live, but it was just funny how long it took to kill me, and I was like, I'm just autoing.
I do remember that happening. It was really surprising to see a Deckard live that long.
I think not even that Garrosh, that Kira was coming after you a lot this game, just jumping to that back line. There was many times where you're running around a bit left and right just trying to dodge as you're chucking potions to keep everyone alive. So I think you had put a target on yourself there for quite a while.
Definitely, yeah. Kira was really scary. That Kira was really good. So good challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very, very well played by the enemy team. I don't know if I have any more questions, Eldion.
No, I want to turn it over to you to give some shout outs. We want to give you the opportunity to kind of talk to the audience for a moment.
Well, Kaiser, you started off.
Well, thank you, team. I can't do it without you. No one to heal without you guys.
It's a nice way to put it.
Right?
Yeah.
But they can't stay alive or do anything without the heal. So, you know.
Yeah, but I like that flip there. You taking damage is how I'm able to do so well. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Very nice. Any ideas when the final game is going to be for the two of you?
We have no idea.
Right.
We'll schedule
Gotta
it.
schedule it.
Yeah. Hopefully around the same time, that we did tonight. But we'll see.
Yeah, we
However,
might,
Kaiser, were you done with shoutouts? Kaiser?
Um,
Demon, any shoutouts on your end?
that's it.
So, all right. First off, I want to shout out the enemy team. ICCR was a terror in our division the whole season, and we were scared pretty damn shitless. Excuse my language. It's PG-13. I get one.
you get one, but now we have to mark it as NSFW. Anyway,
all right.
flip it.
2 hours in, and now we lose our kid rating. Unbelievable.
You just bleep me, you know? You just add a little edit and a little sound effect in your
Well,
clip.
I'll leave that to you.
So anyways, we were scared pretty bad. I mean, we did a lot of scouting, we did a lot of work on trying to beat you guys, and I'm not gonna lie, game 3 was like razor thin. Anybody was winning that match, and it just so happened we won it. So, you know, GG's and good fight. I want to say I love my team. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for the season. We're going to the finals, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got to thank the coaches and Cactus for all the time you put in with us. Chair Glue, thank you so much for everything you put in extra time for a team that you're not even on. And thank the casters. All of the casters that we had this season have been great, and thank you guys for picking us up again. It's nice to have people who kind of know our team, and you know what I mean, like can comment on it. It's a good feeling.
If you're saying this as a hint that you want us to keep casting you, that's how I'm taking this at face value, because we love doing this.
I'm happy to have you
Yeah,
guys.
I mean, at
cast.
this point, it's been the quarterfinals, the semifinals. I feel like we're almost obligated to.
Yeah,
to
you know what I'm
have
saying?
finals.
Like, let's do it. But yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. I think we might unveil some spicy team comps for the finals, just because there's an extra game to lose, and so it would be fun just to play some silly comps. Yeah,
5 assassin meta
it
is
might be
coming.
fun. It might be fun to watch. Is all I'm saying.
Well, you heard it here first, chat. The finals of Divi East is gonna throw us a little bit of a curveball. Gonna be exciting to watch. So come check that out.
Like I'm saying, 5 assassin meta, 5 healer meta. I think they both could be that curveball you're looking for.
Don't give them any bad ideas. We want good ideas.
Well, again, congratulations. Really an unbelievable match for you two.
Yeah, thank you.
And the
guys.
whole team,
Have a
of
good
course.
night.
Yeah, y'all have a good night too. Celebrate the win, and I think we might be busy this time next week, actually, but we'll try to cast the finals.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And
Yeah,
for everybody
alright.
who's still with us in cast, just stick around for a bit. We will raid someone else for you to keep going for your Hots night.
Both 1 and 2 out of finals. Oh, Sir Alan commenting on that. I didn't even realize the first and second seed are out of the finals. That's amazing. I'm excited to see that. Yeah, Cactus, really great match. Really strong showing from both teams. Back and forth a lot. Very exciting. Eldion, how we doing on that raid? Where are we headed?
We are going to be headed to Icecrown 2, who I think is the other Div E match going on, maybe Div E West match going on right now. So in a couple seconds, we'll see how the rest of the Div E West division is going.
Yeah, we will see. And otherwise, thank you guys so much, everybody in chat, for being with us, for watching this very exciting series. Really a fun time for us. We try to have as much fun with it as we can while still trying to tell you as best we can as what's going on, but sometimes there's just too much to follow, or sometimes our
Absolutely.
music's a little too loud and you can't quite hear us. But
So enjoy the rest of your Hots night on Thursday. Here's a raid coming in to Icecrown 2. Hopefully you can show them the same love that you showed us tonight, and we'll have an exciting Div E final East vs West.
yeah, and don't forget to like and follow.